Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the most underrated podcast you already know.
Hell yeah!
Broadcasting from Most Underrated Studios. I'm your man, Thomas the Franchise. The homie Dow Palantonio chilling across from me. What up, fool?
Yeah.
Where's the stacks of money at, bro?
Money stacks. It's I put it all into Venmo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
talking about, okay, I'm going to bring in the stacks of money.
Yeah.
COVID.
I took Philly Mayor's suggestion very, very seriously.
Oh, I'm hearing
What do you
your
hear?
phone. Your phone.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. I was just hearing us in the background. I was like, wait. I
My
just
bad.
said, where's the stacks of money? Who else is in here saying, where's the stacks of money? It was your phone. No big
It was
deal.
my phone.
No big
Yeah,
deal.
you know, Philly Mayor, I think he offered us some great advice. He says, yo, are you going to sanitize that? Is that sanitary? What are we doing here? And I said, all right, man, we'll keep it in Venmo. So we'll make a live bet on the
But
cast.
you are betting.
We'll make a bet on the cast today.
Okay. Wow.
So
all right.
we'll lock it in with you today, and I'm sure our audience and Uncle Roselli will really appreciate that bet.
T-Mobile already came in. I don't want to give out everyone's business, but my man T-Mobile came in with a nice bet already on Masvidal.
Good.
You went with Masvidal. Sizable bet. Oh, he just said it in the chat. Just put 100 on Masvidal with the homie. I was trying to throw your info out there, but whatever. I think 100 sizable. Someone got on my case the other day because I was talking about a huge come up off a $10 bet to win 40. To me, that's a huge come up. Depends on whatever your bankroll is.
Yeah.
What's huge to one person may not be huge to another person. It really is all about how you bet, how your bankroll is. So we'll get into that. We'll talk some betting. Obviously, we're going to break down the UFC card for you guys. If you are not already, make sure you're following on social media. It's at OMG, it's TTF, at Dow Palantonio, at Most Underrated Podcast on IG, at MUPcast on Twitter. Shout out to everybody that's already in here, in the chat. I got to start the show off with this really quick, though. You notice I'm doing this nice mashup here.
You know what? Any Fleetwood Mac, I don't care how it's mashed, how it's not. Mashed potatoes for all I give a shit. Fleetwood Mac rules.
Exactly. Can't go wrong with Fleetwood Mac.
Correct.
Especially on a Thursday.
Oh, Stevie.
Which for some people, you'll be hearing this on a Friday, so it's going to even sound better to you if you're not in the live version. If you're hearing this tomorrow, if you're hearing this on a Friday, whew,
Yeah.
this starts your day off right.
I don't know if it's ego. I'm going to listen to it again tomorrow.
Do you know what song that's being mashed up here? What's the
let's
beat?
see.
Obviously, you know the Fleetwood Mac song is Dreams.
It sounds like a Kylie Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Taking it way back. It is not Kylie Minogue.
Okay, hold on.
You ain't got no money,
Let
take your
your
broke ass home. What song is that?
Keep going.
What song is that?
Keep
I'll
going.
give you the song now? What do you
Wow.
mean keep going?
I'm almost there. The Rolodex is spinning.
All right, here we go. Ready? We're flying first class
Oh,
up in the sky.
Fergie.
By the champagne, living a life in a fast lane. But not by the glamorous. I don't really know all the words.
Glamorous, glamorous.
There you go. Glamorous, featuring Ludacris, Fergie.
Yeah, too bad she's not with Josh Duhamel anymore.
Right.
I think she made better music when she was with him.
How long were they together for?
For quite a few years.
Quite a while.
I think he was doing that Las Vegas show that I love, that stint, and they were still together. But they're not anymore.
Right.
I think they're still good friends.
Right.
Just like my parents. Not together, great friends.
Happy Thursday, everybody in the chat. Brian Jackson, Gio, love the fits, love the music, love this podcast. Thank you, bro. I appreciate all the love.
We were actually talking about that before the cast. Maybe rotating this table a little bit so we're not playing footsies and stepping on each other's badass shoes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
We'll have to make
Absolutely.
We'll have to make that happen.
Let me do this really quickly. Let me start the show off this way. And I just got to apologize a little bit. I got to apologize to Robin.
Uh-oh.
I got taken to task from every angle, bro. Just bam from the left, bam from the right, looking straight down the middle, bam, one right between the eyes.
Oh, man.
I was catching shots from all over the place about the gift that Robin gave and my gift receiving skills.
Yes.
Not up to par, not good.
Below not good.
Below not good, apparently. And I'm going to take the L. I'm going to take the L.
Take that L on the way out.
I'm sorry, Robin, for destroying the gift. I'm sorry for breaking it down, talking about the aspects of it that I would never use, and then trying to figure out how I would use it, all that stuff. Because we're all trying to learn here. We're all trying to get better. As far as this cast goes, you guys know how that's how we do it on here. We try to look at ourselves. We try to look at everything from a logical perspective and then make a decision that makes sense. So I got to apologize to Robin really quickly because I'm going to work on my gift receiving skills. I'm going to do better at, even if it's something I won't use or I won't use properly, If you missed the last show, she gave us a very nice gift to hang our key rings here in the studio. I don't like extra things on my keys. I don't like feeling like I'm walking around with a set of janitor keys on my keychain. I'm a minimalist. I like minimal shit on my keys. So that's the whole scenario. So I was kind of like, it's cool, but I need to figure out a way I can use it. So, long story short, a lot of people, from family members to my girlfriend to people in the chat to people that listen to the show, saying that I need to learn how to take gifts. From our man Ronaldo Jordan in the comments from the last episode. Damn, my boy TTF, straight rude on receiving the gift. That's the kind of stuff you say in your head and not out loud. It's too harsh and ruins the moment. There you go, Ronaldo. So I'm learning. I'm gonna, instead of being like, because my thought process is, damn, why did this person waste their money on some shit that I may or may not like? When I buy gifts for people, I know it's a home run. I know it's a solid home run, but that's not everybody. Right. Not everyone does that. People are just thinking of people in the moment, and they're like, oh, I think so-and-so would like this, even if they wouldn't. Yeah. We all buy gifts differently, but that doesn't mean it's wrong for someone to buy a gift and give it to me and then me to just tear it apart. I need to figure out a way to, even if I won't use it, right? Someone gives me a bag of clothes. Someone gives me something that they think that I'm going to use. Oh, here's some old whatever. Here's some of the... I just need to say, oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Even if I don't appreciate it. Even if I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because like you said, ruins the moment here. So I got hit with this from every angle, dude. Every angle, every woman in my life, every person in my life was like, yo, there's a way that you can do this without... I'm not saying you have to love the gift or everything you receive is going to be great or you're going to even use it. It's not just going to sit in the corner and collect dust. Yeah. But you need to learn to let it sit in the corner and collect dust. You don't need to tell the person that you're gonna do that.
I think it's that moment in time, kind of leaving it for that and letting that experience, especially the person who gifted the item or items, let them have that experience.
Right.
And I think that's really what it's about, man.
Right. Yeah, it's not...
You're just so logical and real and natural.
Well, I don't want people to waste money on... Not only do I not want people to waste money, but I absolutely do not want them to waste money on me. Like, why waste money on some stuff that am not going to use? I feel bad about that. So now I'm having to go to this place in my head that's like, all right, put yourself aside. This isn't about you feeling bad for them because they wanted to give gift. That's what they wanted to do. So you need to just... smile, say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And then however you feel afterwards is how you can feel afterwards, It doesn't matter. It's not something that needs to be, I don't know, guy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you. So I went home.
Trying to get better.
And, I didn't get anything from Robin. I don't think she was hurt. I don't think she was amused or not amused. I think everything was fine. I think her intentions were the guitar stuff.
She didn't even bring it up?
No.
She wasn't even talking about it.
No shots from her.
Who was talking about you?
Because
nobody.
Yeah, nobody at all. I think the gift was originally kind of for me, and her intentions were the studio because she thought, okay, Dallas loves guitars. Dallas has guitars. He loves Fender. His dog was named Fender. And then obviously connecting the dots.
Oh, geez, I didn't even connect that.
Oh, dude, there's so many aspects to this gift. So I think that's why
Yikes.
I think that's why you should relax a little bit. Mia, all the people who are giving you shots, relax just a little bit. Because I think the initial gift was for me. It was part of this counseling that Robin's been doing, that we've been doing, I should say. And I think she was tapping into my love language, which are gifts. And I sound like a prima donna bitch saying that because I love gifts. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Call me crazy, call me what it is, but that's how I give and like to receive love. And it's not all material possessions necessarily. It's just thinking about somebody in that moment and getting something that you believe that would enhance their life. For the good or for the bad, it doesn't matter. And, I think Robin also, thought, okay, man, the studio, that's going to look sick in there. They've got some super cool decor. I think it was a multi-level kind of gifting idea that was backing, very, very good things.
You know what? Where this comes from? This is hilarious.
Hopefully that makes you feel better.
Dude, my guy, Chris Roberts.
Love that guy.
Tattoos by Chris Roberts on Instagram. One of the amazing tattoo artists that this state has to offer.
Best watercolor in the game in
Watercolor
Colorado.
is he's on fire over
And then
here.
that dot matrix shit.
Yeah.
He does that too.
Right.
Really good.
Skylar does that over there. Anyway, Iconic Ink, tons of great tattoo artists over there. But man, Chris Roberts, also the owner of Fortify Luxury Tattoo Aftercare, sends me this meme this morning. And this is funny, dude. It says, me, Mom, can we have, and it shows a pair of Chicago Jordan 1s.
Okay.
Then Mom, no, we have Chicago Jordan 1s at home.
At home.
At home. What's at home, Dallas?
At home, those are those new mids.
The new mids.
The new.
And the other mid, the black toe
The worst.
mid,
Yeah.
Chicago 1s. Let me show this to the camera really quickly
Here.
so you guys can understand this meme. So, oh man, I don't know if you can focus that really quick. Dal's gonna focus it for you guys. This is how I felt as a kid, dog. Growing up, me, can we have Chicago Jordan 1s? Mom, no, we have Chicago Jordan 1s at home. But really at home, it's those two things. It's not Chicago Jordan 1s. But your mom, or whoever's giving the gift, thinks it's Chicago Jordan 1s, right? So,
This has all happened to us before.
Right.
If anybody in the comments
Right.
says this never happened, you're effing lying.
Dog,
Because
this
yeah.
right here, this was posted by Nice Kicks on Instagram. So if you're listening on the audio side, go to Nice Kicks on Instagram and you can see the meme that my man Chris Roberts tagged me in, and I was absolutely dying. I thought this was hilarious. But this is what happened. This is what happened to me. I can't tell you the amount of times that happened to me as a young kid. Do you want to know? Let me get real personal for a second. I asked for a pair of Jordans one time as a young kid. My parents were not buying Jordans, right?
Uh-huh.
Guess what I got for Christmas, Dallas? Guess what kind of shoes I got for Christmas instead of Jordans?
You didn't get the Charles Barkleys because I got those. So maybe you didn't get the Jordans.
This is how out of touch.
Did you get the Reebok Kamikazes, the Sean Kemps?
I got a pair of Jordache sneakers, bro.
Not Jordans. You got
Right.
Jordache.
Right. As a 9-year-old kid, and I'm like, I think this goes back to a deep-rooted thing. Like as a young kid, I'm like, what is going on here?
Damn.
What is this? And I feel like an asshole for even thinking that way now as a young kid, because it's like, damn, there's kids that ain't got sneakers.
Jordache is a women's
kids don't even
brand
got-
now.
Right.
It's so bad.
Right.
They could have at least given you BKs, British Knights.
I didn't even know they made. I knew Jordache jeans. I didn't even know they made sneakers until they showed up from Santa Claus under my tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sad for you.
Right. So this meme hit me all the way in the heart, made me laugh my ass off, but then it came full circle with the gifting. And this doesn't have anything necessarily to do with Robin
Right.
or the gift I just got, but it has to do with maybe that's why I am the way I am with gifts. It's like, forget it. Let me just do it myself.
Sure,
I'll
sure.
just buy it myself. I'll figure it out myself because I know I will not waste my own money or let myself down. I don't want people to waste their money, and I don't want them to let me down, even though they're not trying to let me down, but they're letting me down.
I can totally relate to
Right,
that.
okay.
You know what? Let me do it myself because
Right.
I know how to buy them the best that I can. I know exactly what I need. I don't, and I'm not gonna.
It's so hard,
I'm not
dog.
gonna sway from that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
gosh.
sometimes, just like the Jordan 1 mids versus the Jordan 1 highs, how do your parents know the difference? How does
Right.
your girlfriend sometimes know the difference? They don't. So let me just take care of business over here. I'm
Yeah.
with you, man. I can relate to that.
Are you hearing this mashup?
Dude, the mashup before this one was crazy. It was George Michael, like super sped up.
Yeah.
I was confused.
You weren't even paying attention to what I was saying. Huh?
I
You
was,
were just,
I was trying to follow.
I don't know if we're gonna get clipped on these, but
Oh.
this is Panama versus Michael
Oh,
Jackson.
some Van Halen, yeah.
Panama. There you go.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. We've just turned the show into mashup radio because.
I think Brian Jackson said he's here for the Dallin TTF karaoke.
Oh, is he?
I think that's what he
You
said.
like that? You like that glamorous version?
You know what? He didn't donate, but I'm giving him a symbol for that anyways. Thank you, Brian.
That off-pitch glamorous.
Yeah.
That's fire. But yeah, so I just had to get that in, start the show that way. I'm sorry, Robin. I apologize. I'm going to do better with my gift giving. By that, I mean I'm just going to absolutely be blown away by any gifts I get in the future, and I'm just going to be very appreciative and keep it, like Ronaldo said, keep it all in my head. That's stuff you think, not stuff you say.
Yeah.
Because people, not everyone has the same, not everyone is giving gifts the same way as I am, or they don't have the same intention with gifts. Like, we've talked about gifts a ton on this show, but
My mom still buys me Denver Broncos merchandise.
Right.
Not from Dove Valley. Not from, NFL websites, officially licensed, from Walmart.
right,
And she thinks it's great.
right.
And I have to say, yeah, Mom, I love
What
it.
do you do in
and
those
in my
situations?
And in my head, I'm thinking,
What's your stuff? Okay.
and Robin's looking at me like, Dal, you're never gonna wear that, you idiot.
Is she?
You should let her know, dude.
Oh, Robin is pro. Let her know.
Well, because because Robin knows. Robin, for her defense, why she's like that is not because of the gifts, not because of how she knows me necessarily. What she does know is that shit is not going to be used, and she wants that shit donated. She wants it to go to somebody that will use it, that will want it. That's where her head goes. It's not like, oh, Dallas, your mom sucks at gift giving. Oh, Dallas, you're never going to wear that. It's like, Dallas, you better give that away. You better go donate that as soon as we leave the house, because she also doesn't want clutter. She doesn't want clutter at the house either. So it's like this double.
That's exactly, dude. The clutter at the house. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, Robin hates clutter.
I would have so much crap around the crib that I've been gifted.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the thing. I guess I need to understand is you don't. Just because you got gifted it and appreciated it at the time doesn't mean you have to hang on to it forever.
Right.
You could drive that thing right to the ark.
Yeah.
And
your parents none the wiser.
Maybe that's what I need to understand.
And then when your parents ask about it, whoever gave it, oh yeah, man, my significant other washed it. She shrunk it so bad.
Right.
You could be like that, you know, just man, she shrunk it so bad. I don't even know what to do. Mom, dad, whatever. Then you can start making some excuses. But then, then you're throwing your partner under the bus. That's not good.
But then we go back and you're like, well, you can just donate it. You're appreciative in the moment.
Yeah.
But then my brain goes back to like, yeah, well, they're still wasting money.
Yeah.
These people are buying something at brand new retail price, and I'm taking it to the ark, or I'm giving it away, or whatever.
Sure.
So it still hits me in the wrong spot because I'm giving away. I don't know, bro. I don't know what the right way is. I think some people were like, hey, TTF, I'm the same way on the last show, and then some people were like, my family, Ronaldo in the chat, you're in the comments.
Damn
hey, bro, you're way too harsh on this.
Yeah, damn it. My sister's in there, and she says, LOL, Dallas, which means hopefully my mom's not in
Why don't you just cut it up and make something creative, she said.
Because I'm not creative. And by the way, Neighborhood says, yo, what about those slippers TTF gave you? The shattered backboard slippers. Do you use those? Neighborhood, I'm going to say absolutely, but I only use them in the winter every day. My feet get so goddamn sweaty in those things.
Wow, I forgot about those. Neighborhood.
Dude,
taking it back real quick.
Way back.
Wow.
That is a great gift. I still own them. I still have them. I've never washed them. Probably should, because my feet sweat so bad.
Yikes.
So they're a winter slipper for me.
Not good.
Yeah.
But you still do use them.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're okay.
And they're a great gift. Like, there's meaning. There's like, sure, it's not officially licensed shattered backboard, whatever. Sure, it's not a Nike product, but man, they're so cool. There's just not a lot of stuff like that. So that makes it cool as well, right? So the concept is cool. The functionality is cool. And, one of my best buddies got it for me as well.
Right.
That's a fucking home run.
I think if you were like, I would be kind of shocked if you were like, oh, I absolutely don't use those. Even if you never used them.
Yeah.
I think they would be, even if you never used them at all, that is still a
piece.
sick, for you, a guy
me.
like you,
Yeah.
to tie the strings together and just hang them up in your sneaker room.
Yeah.
There's no way that was bad. That's what I'm saying. When I give gifts, bro, out of the park, out of the damn park, like,
you're Big Mac
there's
McGuire.
so much thought process that goes in there. But yeah, getting back to there's no way it wouldn't have been a go there. Brian, go ahead.
Neighborhood says, needed to confirm TTF is a great gift giver.
Thank you, Neighborhood. Thanks for the credit.
Give them some credit. I mean, for real.
Brian Jackson, I think if somebody that would regularly give you a gift, like a close friend or family member, then letting them know is good from a make you spend your money wisely standpoint. That's kind of exactly what I was trying to say. But he also says, but there has to be tact with it. Haha. That's why this is complicated.
Sure.
I don't think anyone's completely right or completely wrong. I think my heart's in a good place of not wanting to let family waste money on me, and not wanting to give away the shit that they're giving me, just knowing I'm never going to wear it. And I'm not going to wear it just because, like, I'm not going to switch up my whole thing and start wearing the Broncos long sleeve from Walmart if that's not what you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if it's not fitting right, if it's not my style, it just is what it is.
The comfort's definitely not good.
Right.
Those are heavy duty cotton shirts.
So it's a complicated process, man. It's not as simple as we thought. Neighborhood, I wish I would have told my aunt to stop gifting me South Pole clothes back in the day. Oh, man. There you go, dude. He probably got a stack of South Pole. Yeah. Just chilling there that he's never gonna wear, knowing he's never gonna wear that South Pole, but he's got a stack there, bro. He's got a stack.
I wonder if he still has that. John King probably take it. maybe John King was an Anichi guy. Not South Pole.
Anichi.
Anichi.
Is it Aniche or Anichi?
I thought it was Anichi. Could be Aniche. I don't think it's French, though.
Did you, or was it E Nice? Jay Nasty. My grandma wouldn't stop buying me Lee jeans.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Those are chick jeans now, too. I think everything is Maurice's. Remember Maurice's? They used to sell men's clothing as well, men's and women's, and it's only women.
Maurice's. Was that
Dude.
like kind of like the buckle?
It was?
A little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
I
dude,
remember
at the
that place.
time, we drove to Garden City, which was about 50 minutes. We had a J.C. Penney's, and we had a Maurice's. And at that time, you had those Massimo shirts.
Yeah.
Massimo is now at Target, dude. And again,
Oh, that's right.
Women's only shit, so it's one of those things, man.
Massimo is found at Target,
Yeah.
and
I saw it the other day.
it can also be found in court, being sued for trying to pay for his daughter to get into USC. You know, that's the guy. Massimo, the designer, is married to Lori Loughlin, Aunt Becky from Full House.
Oh, really?
And that's their daughter.
That's a neat fact.
Yeah. So I
wasn't expecting that.
By the puzzling look on your face, I saw that you didn't connect the dots there.
No, I
Don't
didn't.
worry. I got you, bro.
Oh,
yeah, so
good.
he's married to Lori Loughlin. Massimo, I forgot his name. I don't know his last name, but his name's Massimo something. He's a designer. He's the guy that started that brand. Lori Loughlin, Full House.
Most important
blah,
fact
blah,
is
blah.
he's married to Aunt Becky.
There you go.
Check this out. Misha, little blast from past.
'Kay.
Grandma used to lace me with Ocean Pacific from
Oh.
Lord and Taylor. Remember the OP brand?
I
Like,
do not remember Ocean Pacific.
How
Lord
about-
and Taylor, I don't even think I've ever been to a Lord and Taylor either.
I thought that was a women's store too. I do know of
That's
Lord
what I
and
thought,
Taylor,
too.
But Ocean Pacific was super huge, along with what was it? Bugle Boy.
Bugle Boy. Oh, who doesn't remember Bugle,
Bugle Boy. And then at the time, maybe it's because I was a soccer player when I was a youngster. Umbro.
Umbro.
Tell me you didn't have a pair of Umbro shorts, dude, with like the diamond
Of
checks
course.
or squares on it. You
Of
know
course.
that we're yeah.
All the
dude.
soccer cats were wearing.
Had to.
Yeah, it was Umbro, and that was big back in the day, though.
I
Is
would-
Umbro another brand that's kind of sold out now?
I
Are
think,
they at,
I
like,
think
the-
they're UK.
The discount stores?
They're on the UK side. Dude, Umbro shorts, dude, back in the 90s, they were really short. I always thought my dong was going to fall out. You know what I mean? Those things were short, dog.
Speaking of dong, Anachoff, Big Johnson shirts back then, too.
Oh, yeah, dude.
What are Big Johnson shirts? I don't know those.
So they were kind of very, you know, they Big Johnson, they talked about, it was like wiener jokes essentially on a shirt, you know, taking my Big Johnson up to whatever, and they're fishing, and it's got all these like women on the side with like skimpy bikinis, and it's got this one guy who, you know, is Big Johnson, and, you know, it's just very, I'm trying to think of the word. Damn it. When you're just it's association of dick jokes, essentially. Or we're Big Johnson shirts.
Gotcha.
And they always had the scantily clad women on it and that kind of stuff. What about this one? Eskimo Joe's.
I don't know that one either.
You don't know Eskimo Joe's?
I know Crab Shack Joe's.
Hold on.
Crab Shack Joe's, but not Eskimo Joe's.
You know what, man? I should have had my
Wait, it's
computer.
Joe's Crab Shack.
I should have had. Why can't I be a better producer?
I'm not sure.
I could have been putting Big Johnson shirts up there. I could have been putting.
Who knew we were going off in this?
I didn't-
We didn't know we were spinning off.
I think this is important, man. Let's let our people go back in time.
I'm just trying to grow as a gift receiver. That's all. That's all I was trying to do. Issue an apology to Robin, grow as a gift receiver, and continue the day. I didn't know we were getting into the Big Johnson, Umbro, South Pole, Bugle Boy conversation.
I mean, we went hard, didn't we?
We did.
So let me see if I can find a Big Johnson shirt real quick, because I think you can get a kick out of him, man. All right, check this out. This one's funny. So, Big Johnson, deep socket wrenches. So you got the young man right there, and he
Okay.
says, "You'll always get a nut
How
off.
old are these shirts?
You'll always get a nut off when you've got a Big Johnson." See, very like just assumptive. Like, goddamn, what's the word I'm looking for?
You'll always get a nut off when you got a Big Johnson,
know what I
deep
mean?
socket wrenches.
Just
Did
shit
you
like
just
that.
make a joke, Bobby? Good one.
Nice.
you know that guy?
Oh yeah, from the Waterboy, the crazy eyes.
Crazy eye?
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, we can move on, I guess. Damn it.
Chris J. Why can't I be a better producer? TTF. I don't know, Dal. With the 4 laughing emojis. Sorry, I didn't mean to necessarily throw shots there. I'm sorry. Goldeneye loved rocking my Big Johnson tee while playing Leisure Suit Larry. What the hell is Leisure Suit Larry?
I have no idea on that one.
Google that one. Be a better producer. I'm sorry about that. Oh, it's hilarious. Dirty DJ, I was never allowed to have a Big Johnson tea. That's so funny.
Dude, my parents were not about that as well.
I didn't mean to spin off on all this stuff to start the show, but everybody welcome into everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for waiting on the link, jumping on right when we started the show, following on social media, always supporting all the shit we do over here. Let's just start with the weekend, or not the weekends. It felt like a weekend. So as you know, when I left the show last I had to go to a memorial for my mom's husband's mom, who passed away in her early 90s. And I didn't actually go to the memorial service. We just went to the little gathering afterwards.
Almost
Very
like
nice.
a wake.
Yeah, just
Have
with
you
the
heard of
family.
wake?
Never heard that term.
Wake is kind of like where you get the immediate family
In that
together, and you might do like a viewing or just kind of a very kind of only immediate family, like really, really close family, and then you just kind of have this like
That's kind of what the memorial was.
Okay.
And then when everyone afterwards got together, it was, just some other people. We just gathered at one of the houses and ate some food, hung out, talked. So it was pretty chill.
Okay.
Then I've had quite a few days, dude. So we get a comped room up in Blackhawk, my lady and I, and we cruise up there.
Sick.
We take advantage of the comped room, bro. Talk about crazy up there.
Where was it? Ameristar?
Ameristar, yep.
Nice.
So that's the reason we did it, because we're like, hey, we want to be able to. Who cares about gambling? There's no tables open. There's only a few slots open. I gambled a little bit. My girlfriend, she lost $11 in the first 5 minutes. She's like, yep, that's it. I'm done.
Oh wow.
$11. I'm out. Cut it off.
She's smart.
Cut off the machines. Turn them off. I'm out. So she was done after the $11. I gambled a little bit more, lost a little bit more. Made a little bit of a comeback and then lost a little bit more. So nothing great there. But it was very, very strange from the mask perspective, having to walk around the casino with the mask. Only thing that was open was slot machines. There weren't a ton of people. Each slot machine was turned off in between each other and, all that shit. But Ameristar has a nice pool up top.
Nice.
The hot tubs were closed, which kind of sucked. But the pool was open.
Why would? Because you couldn't socially distance yourself in a hot tub?
I have no idea. Probably because everything's insane and no one knows what the hell's going on. No one knows what to do. So it's like, oh, well, let's just turn off the hot tubs. I don't know. I don't know why you'd have the pool in the hot tub.
I'm buying that.
Yeah, probably.
Nothing is crazy and nuts right now because everything is crazy and nuts right now.
That is exactly why. Thank you, Dana. That's why the hot tubs were not open. So we got to enjoy the pool. Ameristar, Ameristar has nice rooms, nice showers.
The nicest in Blackhawk.
Nice. So we go up there, we do our trip, have a good time. My lady goes on a trip, does her own thing. She went to Glenwood Springs. She's up there probably laying out tanning right now. If she's listening to the show. Hello,
she went
babe.
trip to trip?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She went back to back like she's Drake.
That's the life.
I know, bro. Talk about not working on the weekend.
Working on a weekend like usual.
So
But she's definitely turned up.
She's turned up, bro. She
haven't done my taxes. I'm too turned up.
So they're in Glenwood Springs, enjoying the hot springs, out tanning, laying out with her mom, doing her thing. And so yesterday I'm like, it's my responsibility to go check on the dog, go check on Stokely, her dog over at her mom's house. So dude, I go over to return the Animal Instinct 2.0s to Nike.
Oh, over at the Mills?
At the Mills.
Okay.
We went last week, tried to go down to Castle Rock on a Sunday. Forget about it.
Too busy?
Are you kidding me, bro? There was a line around the damn store just to get into the place. And I was like, I am not about to wait in this long-ass line just to get to the front for the clerk at the front of Nike to say, due to COVID-19, we're actually not taking returns in store, sir.
I can print you out a label,
Right.
sir, from Sneakers
Right.
app, and you can handle your own biz.
I don't know if that would have been the case, but it feels like that might have been the case, and I did not have the patience to wait in the whole line and then deal with that.
And then get in
So I
there
was
and
like,
get kicked in the dick.
yeah. So I'm like, screw it.
Okay.
I'll take them back another day. Well, Colorado Mills is closing at 7 o'clock now.
Well,
They're not
Sunday-
closing at regular time.
To be honest, Sunday's not a great day.
Not a great day. Right. I chalked it up as, I took the L. Oops, not black. Not black press.
Black press, you didn't take the L, sorry.
I chalked it up to the L. I was like, whatever. I'll just try to do it during this week. So she's going up to vacation. I'm going to go over and check on the dog. The dog is in Lakewood. Colorado Mills in Golden. 10 minutes down the road. Not far. 5 minutes
Makes
down the road,
sense.
maybe. I'm like, yeah, I'll just go drop him off there. It is hot as shit yesterday, bro. Hot as shit out
Dude,
here.
this is one of the hottest consecutive weeks that we've had in Colorado. And I hate to complain, John King, but it's really hot.
Absolutely burning up, bro.
Yeah.
Burning. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait till later in the day. I'm going to go over, check on the dog. She's got a hot tub over there, so I can sit in the hot tub. I can hang out, do whatever, right? I get in my car. I drive over to Colorado Mills. It's a little bit after 6 o'clock. as I'm getting into the Colorado Mills area. I'm like, oh, I'll go return these shoes. That the mall closes at 7. No big deal. I go in the mall. For some reason, the Nike stores close down at 6 o'clock. I'm like, the mall doesn't close till 7. Why are you guys closing at 6 o'clock? Like, doesn't even make any sense right now. So super pissed off, really annoyed. At least I was over there anyway. But now it just means I'm gonna have to find another way to try to return these shoes, and I gotta return them because they're $250 and they're a pile of dog shit. If you missed it, run it back a couple episodes. You'll see the Animal Instinct 2.0 Jordan 3s, and
Below not good.
Below not good is there's nothing better to say.
Below not good.
So couldn't return the shoes. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go check on the dog and see what's good. Roselli's coming back from vacation. He calls me up right as I'm going over there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going over to Mia's. I'm in your neighborhood. I'm over here. He's like, oh, I'm just getting back from vacation, unloading the car. He comes over. We end up kicking it at Mia's place yesterday, Mia's mom's place.
Did you drink all her beer?
No, yeah, we just had some dinner, cooked up some food, or had some food, and then got in the hot tub, hung out. It was a great time.
Well, shit,
just
you can't
chopped
beat
it
that.
up. Yeah, dude, it was great. It was fun.
At least that hot tub was open.
Exactly. So I did get a little hot tub time.
God bless America.
No hot tub time machine.
Yeah, true that.
Little hot tub time though. And so yeah, that was fun. It was very enjoyable. So that was kind of it felt like a weekend. Felt like I was coming
Sounds
off
like a
weekend.
weekend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just not
having the lady, you're getting a little turned up with Uncle Roselli.
right.
I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, dude. How's work been? What have you been doing these past couple days?
Dude, work has been crazy, man. So tomorrow marks the first official paycheck. I'm getting my first official paycheck.
What? You've been there like 2 months already.
Not 2 months.
How long you been there?
I started June 12th.
Oh, okay.
Let's not get too crazy here, okay?
right.
I haven't been that turned up here. So first official paycheck. So this will be my first official paycheck since, I quit September 6th, so I must have gotten another 2 paychecks. So maybe let's say October, the second week of October.
Okay.
It's my first amount of money coming into the checking account outside of like selling shoes, right? And selling the house, of course. So excited for that, man. It's not a very big paycheck. At $14 an hour, it's not a very big paycheck.
Right.
But, it's $560 versus $0. I'm going to take the $560 all day. So I'm happy about that. So I'm validated that working is good. That being said, yesterday, let me tell you what I did. The homies. Now remember, these cats are all 19, 20, 21 years old, right, that I'm working with. A bunch of young kids, right? But they're awesome. They're great kids, dude. One of these fools books a 6:50 tea time.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, hey, old man. I said, damn you, man. I know you ain't talking to me.
6:50 a.m.
At 6:50 a.m.
Okay.
On the mountain time. 6:50 a.m. I said, fool, you ain't talking to me. I know damn well you didn't call me an old man. He says, you trying to golf? I said, of course I'm trying to golf. I look at my schedule. I'm like, shit. I also close 1 to 9. Fuck it. I did it. I played 18 holes with these guys. We had such a great time, man. I played pretty well.
How long does that take? 6:50 a.m. starting. What time do you wrap up 18 holes there?
Murphy Creek is a bigger course,
Okay.
so it's very spread out. Golf carts only go a certain speed. Then you have players, right? There's pace of play, as they call it, so in front of you and back of you. So typically our course takes about 4.5 hours. Playing 18 anywhere else at a more standard, more municipal course, you could probably get it at 4 hours or under that for 18.
Okay.
But ours takes about pace of play 4.5 hours. So I'm golfing 4.5 hours. Now it's not, you did say it was hot yesterday, and it was, but remember we started at 6:50 a.m. So that puts us right at 10:30,
Right.
11 o'clock when we're getting done before the main heat comes in. So we play 18. We have a great time. I played okay. I was probably, I think I was +4, +5, something like that. It wasn't a great round for me, but it wasn't a shitty round either. I missed a couple putts.
What were they doing?
-2s.
Ooh.
You had a -2, -1. You had, and then the other guy I think was like right at even or a +1.
Okay.
So I got my ass whooped, and that's fine. But dude, that ass whooping that I took was nothing, dog. Nothing in comparison to the ass whooping that I took about 8 o'clock when it's almost time to get out of there. Dude, my back hurts. I'm sore. My like torso hurts from all the swings and all the crazy movements, right? Because I don't usually play 18. I usually play 9. So this is a big thing for my stamina. And come 8:30, dude, I'm just tired of standing because we can't sit, right? We're taking care of people all the time and checking people in, checking people out, doing cart duties, running carts, marshaling. And by 8:30, dude, I just hit a wall.
Smoked.
I stopped talking. I didn't have nothing to say to anybody. I just wanted to go home. Now, I wasn't a dick or anything, but dude, I don't know if I can ever do 18 and do a full shift again. That's for this 37-year-old. that might be a little too much for me. You know what I mean? So, but that was a great time. So I've been working my ass off. I need to finish my taxes.
Right.
We need to finish our
my
taxes.
God. Bro, are you kidding me?
Haven't done my taxes. I'm too turned up.
True that. So I got to leave not super quick after here. So maybe we can work on it for about an hour. And then tomorrow I am free. But then
Yeah, we'll do it
Saturday,
tomorrow.
Sunday, I'm back to work. And then I have a little vacation myself.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wait, are we doing the show Monday?
We sure
What
are,
are we
man.
deciding here?
If you're good with that.
Yeah, I don't got nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on but the rent and the taxes, guys.
Haven't done my
Yeah.
taxes.
So,
I'm too turned
so
up.
yeah, man, I'm super good with doing the show on Monday. So we can definitely do a show on Monday. We won't have one on Thursday because we're coming back, I think, Friday or Saturday. I think Friday. And then you're leaving the following week.
Right. Oh, yeah, I leave the 22nd.
So
And I'm gone a week and a half, I think.
I know.
It's going to be
So we got to pull that Monday
So
show
weird.
off for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but dude, do you want to hear about where we're going?
Telluride, you said, right?
Yeah, the old Telluride, dude. Are you familiar with Telluride?
No, never been there.
Oh man,
I think I've driven by or through, or
Yeah.
but I don't think I've never been there like a vacation I can remember.
it's a great place. Like I wouldn't say I'm fed up with it necessarily.
Whoa, that's the place you're going?
This is the resort. It's called the Peaks
Damn.
Resort and Spa. And
Sorry, fool. Wow, didn't bring the cash to stack on the table. That's fine though.
You know, it's all going into this, man.
Wow.
I need 3 jobs for this. So in the winter, this is a ski in, ski out resort. I mean, you're right next to the slopes. It's absolutely beautiful, dude. And they are so dog friendly. Listen to this. You being a new dog owner,
Yeah.
should probably know this. You're not very familiar when you take a dog to a hotel. There's so many regulations and restrictions.
I've never done a dog.
Let me put you on game, man. So typically, like, you have to be with the dog at all times. You can't leave the dog. You know, you pay extra fees for the dog. You know, just
Yeah,
like
you
would
pay more
for
to
you.
have a room, a dog that's a pet room, right, or whatever.
You got it. So there's a lot of things into it, but this place is so dog friendly that we have 2 big dogs, right? Our big one is
Yeah,
110 pounds, and the other one is, you know, right now I think she's about 45, 50 pounds. I think 40 pounds actually. So nothing too crazy there. But these guys are so dog friendly and pet friendly. It's just $100 for 2 dogs.
Wow.
The whole trip. It's not like 75 a day, 50 a day. Some of these places are very, very expensive to have pets. And I can understand that. They want to keep their shit good. They want to make sure that you have a good pet and that you're willing to pay this amount of money to bring your good pet to a great place. So very affordable. And they actually let you leave the dog in the room, which is absolutely unheard of.
It's a no-no.
You just can't do that
Right.
at dog-friendly hotels.
Yeah.
You cannot do that. This place, they encourage it. They're like, hey, if they start barking, we'll just give you a call. We'll give you a little text message. We won't go mess with them, because obviously they don't want to get their asses bit. But they're like, hey, we'll just give you a friendly call and let you know that your dog is, creating a disturbance. And if you can get there as soon as you can, that's great. Dude, this place sounds
That is
incredible.
badass, dude.
This place sounds incredible. So affordable for the dogs and very,
Not a lot of restrictions.
yeah, not a lot of restrictions, which is pretty cool. So,
Do you worry about your dog with other dogs though in this place like that?
No, if they're in a room, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I was gonna try to show you like a view of inside the room. This is a penthouse. I don't know if we're staying in this. I don't know. I had Robin book it. But I mean, look at those views, dude, from like the windows, those big ass windows, couches. We've got bars. We've got nooks.
This is the room?
Yeah.
For what? You're having a dinner? You're having an 8-person dinner in that bitch?
This is the penthouse. I don't think we're staying at the
Oh, okay.
penthouse.
I was like, dang.
But I just wanted to give you a little look on the inside, man. But dude, this place looks pretty sick, man. I'm pretty excited.
How long are you staying there for, you said?
I think we're staying there. I think we booked 3 nights.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be broke,
Jeez, guy.
and we're definitely gonna be turned up. That's for sure.
Wow.
But man, some of the hiking trails that they have there are awesome. Robin's already mapped out. The waterfall trails. They've got a trail that they call Little Hawaii, and you go into all these different waterfalls in there. And I couldn't bring pictures of that because I forgot.
So you're doing
what the trail-
hiking with the dogs.
We are.
What do you do when you take them on these hiking trails?
Yeah.
You go by the waterfalls.
Uh-huh.
They get wet. Their paws get all muddy.
Uh-huh.
What happens then? You bring them back to the room, and do you got to like clean them off and wipe them up? Do you bathe them? Are they jumping on the stuff? Are you paying extra fees because they got mud on the wall? What's going on here?
Typically, dog-friendly hotels usually have amenities where you like dog rooms, washrooms.
Oh, no way. Like a little dog shower.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure. So you get them all showered up, get them
This
ready
is
to
a
go.
dog hotel.
This is a dog hotel.
Wow.
For your dogs, we care. Bring them.
It's funny because we were just talking about Dog Hotel the other day, Mia and I was like, I don't know if I would ever let people know that I was having a dog stay in my room because I don't think Benny is like a regular dog.
Right.
He doesn't smell. He's not shedding a ton. He's not big old dog he's just a little, like you wouldn't even know he was in here.
And if he did take a shit, it would look like the size of a Tootsie Roll.
Right. Yeah, just be, Benny left a couple Tootsies in the corner.
My dog shits? Holy hell.
It was like a bomb went off.
They're like a Frisbee size.
Right.
Hey, who shit out the saucer over here?
Who shit out the Lincoln Logs? God damn it.
Yeah, what are we doing over here? God damn, who's cooking up bratwurst over here in the corner?
Who's cooking up bratwurst?
I'm telling you, they're big, dude.
That's cool, though. That'll be fun, man.
So I'm excited, man. Robin and I are really looking forward to this. Our communication, our counseling is going great. It's going to be awesome, man. We're really looking forward to this. We're looking forward to hanging out with each other. We're really excited, dude. And I think we're in a great place. And we're ready to get the hell out of the city, dog.
That's going to be fun. What's the drive up there, you said?
The drive, to tell you right, here's the good news. So my dad lives in Montrose, Colorado, right? So we actually have to go through Montrose. So we're going to be able to stop and see my dad. I'm going to wear masks. Obviously, I'm with the public, very, very hardcore. He works a job where he's self-employed, doesn't have to work with the public. So I'm going to be masked out. I just want everybody to be comfortable. I do not want to get anybody sick, dude. I worry about that so much.
Yeah.
But we'll be able to see him. And then Telluride from Montrose is another like 60 miles, so an hour. Now, remember, Telluride, I'm very familiar with. Obviously, it's changed since I was a senior in fucking high school, since
Right.
01. But I had a season pass there. You know, we spent a lot of time there. Ralph Lauren has property that you see on the way up there, which is cool. There's just so much shit to do, man. And I think with Robin, you know, she's got a pretty liberal view. I think Telluride really falls under that. It's kind of like a smaller Boulder, right? And I think she's going to do very good out there.
Dude.
She's looking forward to it.
This joint, just to be clear, we're talking 6 hours, 23 minutes from here to Telluride.
Yeah, because it's 5.5 almost just to Montrose.
Wow.
So remember, another 60 miles outside of that.
Right.
And the reason it takes so long is you're going up some passes.
Holy shit, guy. This is
That's why we're staying there for a few days.
damn near 3/4 of the way to Vegas.
Should we have done that instead?
No, not with the restriction. Blackhawk was cool, but like if you're trying to gamble and stuff, it's not the normal.
Right.
Like I'm not. That right there made me decide I'm not going to go
Not
pay.
going to Vegas.
I'm not going to pay what Vegas costs for that kind of experience. You know,
Right.
Just not going to do it. We did eat at a fire ass restaurant. I ate way too much food and got myself feeling sick. But nonetheless, I mean,
Right.
that's the only reason that would be the only thing kind of somewhat normal is the eating. And I don't know, you'll find out up there. It'll be maybe a little more normal because you're outside hiking. You're doing a lot more outdoor activities.
Yeah, I think we're literally the hotel. We'll probably do curbside. Robin and I have already talked about it. I don't think we're going to go have food at restaurants, but we'll definitely pick stuff up, take it back to the room, keep it pretty low key. I think we can keep pretty safe.
Oh, we went and had food at restaurants, guy.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to the Fireside Kitchen in Ameristar. It was phenomenal. It was great.
How was the social distancing in there? Spaced pretty well?
Yeah, oh yeah, it was all spaced out. There was
Yeah.
no one near us. We just sat, a restaurant. You haven't been to a restaurant yet, have
Once, remember, I went to Garden Grace.
Oh,
and
okay,
we
that's right,
stayed
that's right.
outside, and then the storm rolled in. They had to bring us inside, and then I was super
Paranoid.
uncomfortable. Okay,
Everyone in
uncomfortable.
the chat flames you for that, by the way. Like,
Flames me for what?
being paranoid.
Oh,
Just being paranoid, being scared, being.
I mean, it's a real fucking thing. Even though I don't really know anybody that has been affected by it necessarily, that I know of. I mean, people have probably had it that I've known and have gotten better. But how can I not be paranoid, dude? This is big shit. Our fucking world has slowed. Our world has stopped to some degree. Yeah, it's a little fucked up.
A lot of people still think, there's a lot
Conspiracies?
of people. There's a lot of
I
conspiracy
don't
stuff. People are really politicizing it now.
The election thing, and I
Yeah.
understand that because
Making it
every
hard.
election there's always some bullshit that we have to deal with, right? But
Right.
the world's really stopped, dude. Like this shit's. I'm not paranoid. I'm very aware. And I mean, if I was paranoid, I wouldn't be in the workplace like I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel pretty comfortable in the stipulations and restrictions that we have set up for the city of Aurora and at Murphy Creek. But shit's real, dude, and it really is affecting people, and it's taking so many great things away, and really made us kind of stop and think about our lives and how we took things for granted. It's a real thing.
That's a good segue to talk about Kanye here in 1 second. We'll talk about elections, but we got two super chats. My man, Two Fly Danieli. Haha, bratwurst in the corner. You a fool. There you go. Two Fly Danieli. Thank you, bro.
The shit that I forget I say sometimes, you know?
Where's the ball?
The ball. Oh,
I don't see it. You're going to have to take a shot for that. And then give him a symbol. There you go. All right, so take a shot. Let's see what you got going here, bro.
This mic's in my way.
Oh, my guy.
That's a rim rocker.
And then we got Thomas Yee. He had to jet out. He says, have fun on your trip. Have to take off for a meeting. Enjoy the cast, everyone. There you go. Thank you, Yee.
Thank you, Yee. Appreciate that. Let's see if you can make up for it, because I didn't have the shot. No, there was no proof. I didn't have the right shot on when I shot it. A little short.
Damn. I couldn't even stop it. That's an L for me.
As a friend, I used to have a friend that used to say, a little short, like your sex life.
Terrible job by me there. All right, let's go into Kanye West, dude. We just use that as a transition. We're talking about election year and shit like that. Oh, Kanye West announced he's going to run for president the other day. Was that before or after we did the show? I can't even keep the timelines of everything straight.
I think it was after. Or it could have been during, but it was that day.
Okay, so we didn't even get to it.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on this? What are the details you have currently? I saw some more stuff come out this morning.
Yeah.
So kind of run all that down for us here.
All right, so let's do this here. So the 43-year-old musician who announced his plans to run for president in 2020 earlier this week took to Twitter and to share a decidedly pro-life stance.
Who did this?
Kanye.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you heard about this?
No.
This is what's made the news, not on top of the presidency and this type of stuff, and also a potential running mate, which I'll get into, which is crazy. But he actually...
So this is for real shit.
We'll get into that.
Okay, all right.
So here's where the second part of the controversy stems from. So he showed fetuses at 6-month process of maturation. So he showed a fetus at the 6-month process of before you obviously have the baby. And just to prove how pro-life he is and saying this is a living, breathing organism. It needs to live. You know what I mean? And there were some pretty gross, provocative pictures. He then retracted those, pulled them down, and started putting pictures of his individual family with heart emojis to follow. So he obviously got a little bit of scrutiny for that. And then he goes into just making it worse. He just compounds everything, right? He starts with something, and you're like, oh, shit, that could be crazy. And then he just compounds it. So then he goes into saying that the work of Planned Parenthood is white devils. So again, throwing more controversy out there, just saying white devils are what's behind this Planned Parenthood, and we need to shut it down. And obviously being a larger part of the conspiracy backed by white supremacists. So he's tying it back to white supremacy, which is interesting, right? So that's where a lot of this controversy comes from. But then getting back into what he's doing kind of with this whole presidency thing, his family recently came out and said, we believe Kanye is experiencing bipolar episodes yet again. So his family has come out and said, hey, the family's really worried about him. He's kind of going on one of those tangents. Remember back, what was that, like 8 months ago when he just went on these Twitter rants and just started saying the craziest shit? Mm-hmm. Well, his family are kind of really concerned with him, saying, you know, this is something that he suffers once a year and is currently in the midst of an episode. The outlet also claims that Yee's family is worried about his bipolar disorder that has been affecting his decision-making, including his announcement to run for president. So his family saying this is probably not true. We think this, or we believe this to be one of his bipolar episodes, and we'll see kind of where this goes. But he was also talking about, check this out. He comes out and says, I'm not going to be the Democratic Party. I'm not going to be the Republican Party. He says he's going to come out under the running birthday party.
No. That's real shit.
That's real
I've been
shit.
out the loop, bro.
That's what he said in this interview, obviously, that he had on July 8th.
Yeah, who's taking this serious?
Yeah, and again, stating that Planned Parenthood does the devil's work, affirming that he no longer supports President Trump, and much, much more. The interview has just raised several eyebrows and much criticism. Shit. So that's a little bit of Kanye shit, man. He is just, it's wild.
Do you think it's an episode, or you think he's actually running? You think this is part of the episode? It feels like it's part of the episode because if you're serious, if you're being if you want to be a serious candidate,
right,
and you want to be taken serious, you would have already announced this months ago. You would have probably announced this at the end of last year.
I think there's a timing thing, and for me, like this sudden, this fast, how they can get it together, how serious can you take
last year to run through all those primaries and all that shit?
How serious can you take an individual, right? Like you're going to spend all of this money that he's probably going to waste and never really have a chance. So again, I don't know, man. It was interesting, though. Did you see Elon Musk on his social media came out and supported him?
Well, weren't they just together in a photo?
Yeah, and then Elon Musk retweeted or tweeted that photo saying that he supports Kanye 100%. And Kanye actually alluded to a running mate as a person by the name of Michelle Tidball, which is a preacher from Wyoming.
Okay.
That's what I got, man.
That's crazy.
Kanye done lost his mind years ago.
Well, here's what I think it's for one, it's absolutely insane to announce it this late if you are serious.
Right.
Who could take you serious announcing it this late and
even have a chance? I mean, your timing,
it feels to me like anyone that is it feels like it's just damaging to the whole process. The process is already messed up. The process is already an issue. You already give us two shit bags to choose from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
There's already two people that we have. However these people got in these positions is beyond me. Mm-hmm. And this happens all the time. Every single time we go to elect a president, I look at the two people and it's like, what's the process they took to get here? And it seems like year after year or election after election, it's starting to get a little more outlandish, starting to get a little bit more insane. And if we have people like Kanye able to run for president without having to go through any of the processes, anything else, just being able to say, hey, I'm famous, I'm popular, right, I can throw my name in the hat now to run the country, that shit's dangerous.
Well, and it kind of started with Jesse, the Body Ventura, then into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But they went into politics,
but they fulfilled,
right? They went into
certain things.
A government level, or governor level. Yeah. You know what I mean? They weren't just jumping in with no political experience whatsoever, right, to be the president.
Right.
They had to go through these steps. So if by the time, if they decided to run for president, it kind of, you're like, okay, this guy went through, he became the governor of California. This guy went through, he became the governor of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. Talking about Jesse the Body Ventura. Mm-hmm. And then on and on and on. They worked their way up the ladder, just like any other job. You get a job at a grocery store. You want to eventually be the CEO of the grocery store. It's possible that you don't have a high school degree. You maybe just got a GED. You got a low-level education, but you went in and started as a stock boy, and then you worked your way up to started working the checkouts. Then you worked your way up to start managing the people working the checkouts, and then you were managing the people stocking the shelves. Then you were running the customer service counter. Then you worked your way up and became the general manager of that grocery store, right?
Yeah. He follows no protocol.
None of this, there's nothing along the lines that shows me that you've worked your way up through anything, but yet you want to just take, that's what bothers me, is he's taking away votes, no matter what side you're going to be voting on,
right,
come November.
Yeah.
You're taking away votes from the two candidates that are there.
Yeah.
And I just think it just muddies the whole process. The process is already, and I want to say that's necessarily muddy already because we do have two clear-cut people. Like I said, no matter what side you're on, you're just forced to vote for either of these shitbags. It is what it is.
Well, and the crazy thing is, and this is crazy for me to even say that, Kim, his wife, probably has a better...
Isn't she going to law school or something?
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
She probably has a better head on her shoulder for any type of presidential shit than Kanye, just because she's actually at least studying law. She at least has helped people, right, remove cases from them, get out of jail, that type of thing. Injustices, she's fighting a lot of injustices right now, but she's at least studying law. Kanye, I mean, bless his heart, man. Great music he's put out, great entertainer. But as Johnny Childress, who's in our comments, says, he's addicted to attention.
Yay.
I would be crying for help too if I was with the Kardashians all the time. I think a lot of this is cries for help. It really is.
I don't know that he's addicted to attention. I mean, think about he goes months without, you don't even see him on social media at all. Right. You don't hear from him. You don't hear anything, So I don't know that he's addicted to attention per se. I just don't know that his decision making is the best. I think his decision making and what he does when he gets in the public eye is a little bit irrational. And that's where the bipolar stuff comes in. You look at you look at him and the way he is in certain interviews, the way he talks in certain interviews, and it's like, wait, where did all this come from? And it's so confusing that it does come off bipolar.
Yeah.
It literally comes off like, wait, what?
Because it's just so left field. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just so left field. You're like, what the?
Yeah.
What? And then he builds it up. He builds up these like entertaining, hey, I've got something coming. I've got an announcement. I mean, he's a marketer. There's no doubt about that. But there's quite a build up to it from this left field chaos place, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's an interesting thing, too. Eli, Ye ain't taking Trump's votes. If anything, he's taking Biden's votes. What do you think of that?
I agree.
I think that's dead on.
I agree with that because we're trying to decipher the lesser of two evils with Biden and Trump, obviously, in this next election. And I think he's taking good votes when we actually have somebody like Biden that may have an opportunity, that may have a chance. And you're taking votes away from him because we need something different. We absolutely do need something different. We need a charismatic, and I don't know if the Biden's the charismatic. Look at Obama. God damn, he was charismatic, right? God damn, you wanted to listen to him. God damn, you trusted him, and he cared about the people. Trump is just an egomaniac, what you would call a megalomaniac, right? He is wild, and I think we're just so sick of it. We're so sick of the blame game. We're so sick of him calling the China virus. We're so sick of him not taking a goddamn bit of accountability. We want something different, and Ye throws his name in the hat. I'm pissed off because Biden has an opportunity here and has a chance. Biden's going to lose steam, dog. He is, because Kanye's taking votes away.
So you're saying Biden and Kanye are basically going to be splitting votes over here, and Trump's going to still have the same amount of votes.
That's what I feel like.
That's what you're saying.
I mean, is that realistic a little bit? I mean, I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah, I think it's no. I agree. I think that's why I was saying like it's just very confusing, and it's hard for people. There's a lot of people that are like looking at this like, oh, you know. You said in the interview, he's taking off the Trump hat.
Right.
He's no longer wanting to be affiliated or on the Trump side or whatever.
When he originally says, I feel like I have superpowers with this hat.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here,
Slavery
Kanye.
is a choice.
Get out of here,
all
Kanye.
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
How do you don't, that's not just a comment you can just go back on.
Right.
That's not something you can just slam the door on and be like, oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, that
just
was off
brush
the
it
cuff mark. Yeah.
Dirt
right.
off the shoulders.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of comment.
I'm black. I can say that. No, dude.
Right.
That's a lot of pain, my friend.
Right. And a lot of people obviously took super offense to that.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of people still hold that in their hearts. And it's still F Kanye forever to
I'm
those
not even
people.
African American, and I won't forget that anytime soon.
Right.
I won't.
It's yeah, so I can totally see how Democrats or people are a little bit look at Kanye like he's basically still supporting Trump. What is he talking about taking off the hat? What is he talking about? Because this move he's made, if this is a real thing, if he's really running for president, it does feel like he's on the Trump side. Right. It does feel like he's supporting Trump because nothing he's doing here is hurting Trump at all.
Sure.
No one's going to not vote for Trump and vote for Kanye.
Right. I've got to address this. Jay Nasty says, Biden is a fucking lunatic, Dow. Please tell me you were joking. Here's what I'm not joking about. I'm not joking about Trump and the megalomaniac that he is. I am not joking about how Trump has not cared about us as an American people. He cares about the economy so much. And I understand parts of it, right? We do have to keep things moving. We do have to get things going eventually. But did we start it too fast? You can argue all these points. But we need a change. And I'm not saying Biden's that guy, Jay Nasty. I'm just saying Trump probably isn't that guy. We need a fucking break, dog. That's all I'm saying. We need a new 4 years with a new face. Anybody in politics is going to be not good. You're going to have issues. You're going to have games be played. You're going to have people paying, in the back pocket of so many other people. I get all that. And that's why I'm not into politics. And that's why we don't really discuss politics here. I'm just saying I think we, as an American nation, deserve a change. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And I'm not saying Biden's that guy. I'm not saying Biden doesn't have a history of, making women feel bad and some touching and some groping and some weird shit that he says. And I'm not saying he's perfect, but I'm also not saying that he needs to be the winner or he needs to be the change that we all need. I'm just saying Trump's reign should be done, dog. Like, he doesn't care about the American people. He's a lunatic. He's a megalomaniac. He's got just an ego the size of the globe, and he just doesn't give a shit, man. He's a businessman, and he wants to talk about how the market's going up and the Nasdaq's better and this is the best we've ever been, but he doesn't want to address the things that are very, very important to the American people right now, and that's the issue that I have.
Well said. The here's what I'll say, man. It really all this shit just sucks in general. Even like from our show standpoint, we've said this from the beginning. We don't talk politics on the show. This is not what this show's about. We don't come in here. But now with no sports going on, with nothing else going on, and now we got guys like Kanye supposedly throwing his hat in the ring to run for president and all this shit. It just makes everything a fucking clown show. And it's no longer politics. None of this shit is politics. It's pitting this side versus this side.
Yep.
And it's everyone on social media. And it's all this divisiveness. And it's almost like a spectacle and a sporting event in itself.
It is.
Everyone's so wrapped up in it. And this whole Royal Rumble brawl for all melee, when we shouldn't even be giving a shit over here on this side as far as our show goes. But this is how deep it has all gotten. It's not just politics anymore, is my point.
Oh, dude, we're the greatest reality show in the world. All these other countries are just tuned in.
It's laughable, though.
Oh, it is.
The whole shit is laughable.
Absolutely.
And that's the fact that we can't even get through and just continue to do our show the way we do our show without bringing this stuff up, because it's overshadowed and it's become such a thing that has stepped into the show. And whether it's police brutality, whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's this conversation, whether it's Kanye running for president, any of this stuff. Yeah. It's jumped the conversation.
I'd agree.
And there's going to be a lot of people in here that, there's people that are probably like, what the hell? I thought we don't talk politics on the show. And I'm sorry for that. It's just hard to.
It's just a part of everything that we do.
The world we're in right now is insane, dude. It's just
nothing is crazy and nuts right now, because everything is crazy and nuts right now.
Yeah.
And so it feels like, what it feels like to me? Like, this feels like this is what should have happened in the 90s when MTV was getting all involved and it was rock the vote and da-da-da-da-da. This feels like a rock the vote, rock and jock, like dress everyone up and celebrity boxing type of shit. This doesn't feel like a real country running for a real election, real politics, people with real plans in place to have a better country, to have a better America. This feels like us versus them, back and forth. I don't like them because of this. I'm telling on this person told here this thing. It just feels like a bunch of bitching on all sides, back and forth. The shit is just not. Oh, bro, it's very stressful.
It is.
And especially, like I said, when we come in here to be able to just do a show, and we can't even do a show because it's just so overshadowing for what everything that happens. Whisper Jones. It's not even political anymore. It's about what's right and what's wrong. It's about what our futures are going to look like. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's why it jumps into the conversation. That's why everything seems more important, because the shit is so divisive. So it's like, do we continue down this divisive road, or do we try to make change?
Yeah.
What side are you on? You know what I mean? It feels like everyone's forced to pick a side. You can't even agree with some of the stuff that's said here and then some of the stuff said over here and try to make your own opinion anymore and be in the middle and make an educated guess on what you want to do. You have to be over here or you have to be over here. There is no, and that's what sucks about it.
Right.
And I don't think there's a clear cut like over here or over here. There's just a lot of, I don't know, bro. It's really, really hard. It's really, really hard.
Johnny Childress says, we're in the TikTok era. Life is a Vine clip.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
How's your TikTok coming?
Did you hear they're about to get banned or some shit?
Are they?
I saw a thing that said that I was watching the stock channel the other day, just trying to get some stock tips, and they were saying something about TikTok being banned.
That's interesting. Did you know TikTok started a new crypto? Yeah, TikTok's got their own crypto that they're trying to push right now.
What?
They've got an agenda.
Well, because they're owned by China,
right? And
so
then
that's the whole thing. It's
America's
looking
at banning. Yeah, any China created platform, right? That's what the U.S. is trying to ban. Yeah, I don't know.
Two Fly Danieli. Money runs the country, unfortunately. It's not about the people anymore. The last president who was for the people got his brains blown out in Dallas. Interesting.
Little JFK, huh?
Interesting stuff. And that's what it kind of feels like. Me and my lady were kind of having that talk the other day. It's just like, it's all about money, big business. That's why you have so many conversations from certain sides trying to dead climate change conversation, trying to dead the climate conversation. Because once you have that conversation, all of a sudden that's going to, oil and gas and a bunch of different industries that are big business, big money. Yeah. It's bad for those industries. It's bad for those businesses. Yeah. Right. So everything, I think you hit the nail on the head there. Everything is all about money, dude. It's absolutely all about money. It's not really about the people anymore. And the people that have money want more money. They're not really about the people either. And it's kind of crazy because it's like you look at those people like, wait, do you have grandkids? Do you have children that might have children? They're going to have to live in this world. They're going to have to deal with that climate change or deal with these certain things. It's like people don't really think that far down the road because they have money. They feel like the money is going to protect them, where the people that don't really have money are looking out for people.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like that?
It's interesting, right? Yeah.
It's a really interesting back and forth.
Great comparison dynamics. Yep.
Anything more on Kanye? You good on Kanye?
I'm good on Kanye, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit much. Let's move into, before we get into the sports stuff, we'll talk some NFL, a couple different stories there. Obviously, Pat Mahomes, the extension. And then UFC 251, the card going down this weekend.
Pumped.
Dow with the stacks of money that he didn't bring into the show that he said he was going to bring in.
Venmo's stacked.
Right.
Actually, Telluride stacked.
Right. Dude, let's do this really quick. Juice WRLD, RIP Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
He is now being sued by, well, not now. He was already being sued by Yellowcard. Are you familiar with this lawsuit?
Are we talking Yellowcard, the rock band?
Yellowcard, the rock band.
Ocean Avenue?
Yes.
Ah.
Do you know Yellowcard? Yes.
Dude, I've seen Yellowcard 3 times. That being said, I know nothing about
these guys. There
Yeah.
you go. That's the jam. That's the one you electric violin you said.
Oh, dude. That guy in performance, dude, he's going hard.
Getting it, right?
Oh, dude. Yellowcard's sick for sure.
All right.
Ryan Key is the lead singer, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, great band.
So there's Yellowcard. They're not anything to do with that song, but that's their most well-known hit. So if you're unfamiliar with Yellowcard, that is them there. They are suing Juice WRLD, and they were already suing Juice WRLD before he passed away.
Right. And then they stopped and resumed it or something?
Yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with the lawsuit, I'll break it all down for you. Yellowcard is currently resuming their lawsuit against Juice WRLD, perhaps coincidentally, just as all his music initiatives pick back up, because he's set to come out with a posthumous album, which is an album after he has passed away.
And Pop Smoke did the same thing, right?
Pop Smoke did the same thing. Yep. They just dropped a new single called "Life's a Mess" featuring Halsey.
Yeah.
There was a track list that came out. A Juice WRLD supposed to be a rumored track list. Apparently, it was deemed to be fake, or it was debunked, and it was shown as fake. Academics posted that up. And who's also been suspended from his job at Complex, by the way. You can look that up. If you
I did see that actually.
Info. Yeah. But those unfamiliar with the lawsuit history, this has been dragging on for quite some time. Yellowcard first sued Juice WRLD and Taz Taylor and Interscope last year, October of 2019, over the claims that he sampled and willfully copied their record, Hollywood Died, on his song, Lucid Dreams.
Oh, okay.
So now, let me take you back here. Let's go back for a second. If you remember Lucid Dreams, he was already sued by Sting.
Yeah.
And you remember Sting took 85%
yes.
of Lucid Dreams. So I don't even know what Yellowcard's suing for it anymore at this point.
I think we played that interview, right? Like we played like a little clip.
We played a little clip, yeah.
Sting talking about it, like saying, yeah, I'm okay with it. I think that's great.
Right,
of course, because he took it right to the bank.
Right. So just to fill you guys in, this is the song. Here's the Sting. Here's the Sting piece. We'll just play this under here. Talk over it that way I don't get clipped.
It's a beautiful piece.
But yeah, Sting's just kind of ripping down the guitar. He's got the shaker in the background.
Yeah.
Beautiful, good stuff. Sounds very, very good.
Oh yeah.
Well, you'll hear in a second.
I'm ready to take a nap.
It sounds very, very familiar because here is the Juice WRLD piece. So that's Sting there. Boom. Drops it in. Same exact melody, but it's more updated. It's
Was
a little
that
bit more digital.
Did I hear the Nextel two-way in there?
Yeah, you heard the chirp.
Yeah.
Boost Mobile. You heard the old school, the two-way, the chirp. So that's Juice WRLD sample of obviously clearly the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Clearly the exact same thing. Well, here's what, so he's already been sued for that, 85%. Now check this out. This is the part of the song where he's singing. This is the part Yellowcard is suing him over. They're suing him over the same record, but they're suing him over the melody he used in which he recorded the vocals. Nothing to do with the beat.
Interesting.
So check this out.
Okay.
I'm
ready to hear this one.
Here's the Juice WRLD piece. He's singing. If you've heard the song Lucid Dreams, he's singing this part here. Sorry, I'm just kind of talking over it so we don't get the video blocked or clipped too hard on the.
Dude, Juice WRLD's pretty fucking good. Like, this reminds me a lot of that pop punk shit. Like, his voice is very pop punky.
Okay.
I dig it.
So there's that. Here's Yellowcard. Here's their that melody.
Just the melody.
Yep. So that's kind of, what do you think? Are you hearing it yet?
I mean, a little bit, dude, but to me, I think it sounds different enough.
Different enough. So not worth getting sued.
Now, is it the Yellowcard doing it, or is it their label?
I don't know. It just says Yellowcard. It doesn't like talk about management or.
I don't. It's close.
What about both of them together? What do you think?
I'm trying to see where they're emphasizing the syllables there a little bit.
Right.
It's a little closer than what I thought, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's pretty close.
What do you think, guy?
It's pretty close, dude. It's pretty. What do you think? You're the music guy.
I think it's copy.
I think it's pretty damn close now.
I think it's biting it.
I appreciate you doing that mashup, because now I'm like, shit. Oh, I'm kind of I'm eating crow over here, because that's fucking pretty close.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It feels like he kind of bit him there a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get. Let me see. I got one more for you. Let me see if I can pull this.
That mashup shows it pretty close. I still think it's kind of BS, but the mashup's pretty close. And like I said,
all right, check this out.
What if Juice WRLD didn't sound like a pop punk guy? Like, his voice has that kind of.
Here's the same key. So taking the Yellowcard, they were singing it in a higher key.
Okay.
Bringing that vocal down into the Juice WRLD key.
What's the key?
I don't know the key.
Left me falling and landing inside my grave. I know that you want me.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Call the key, please.
So taking Yellowcard's vocals, putting it in the Juice WRLD key. Uh-oh.
Wow.
What do you think of that there?
That's a direct rip.
So now you're in.
That's a direct rip, Tater Chip.
So Juice WRLD, after being sued by Sting, he was alive for that. He passed away in December.
Correct.
So they
right when he
started,
got off the plane, passed away, was rushed to the hospital. Am I correct on that?
I don't remember the details.
Okay.
I know something to do with drugs, obviously. He just talks right there about talking about taking prescriptions. Mm-hmm. But October of 2019 is when Yellowcard started this. Juice WRLD passed away in December. And now, as recent as April, it was reported that the lawsuit was put on pause because Juice WRLD's mother was unable to have a judge sign off on her as the head of the estate due to the coronavirus pandemic. Mm-hmm. Now that, now that all that's not, the coronavirus isn't done and everything,
right.
But that was back
Things
in April.
Things are moving forward.
Mm-hmm. So in a report that was circulating yesterday afternoon, it's been confirmed that Camilla Wallace, Juice WRLD's mom, is officially the head of his estate and things can move forward. The court has reviewed parties' joint status report, probate proceedings, which states that probate court has appointed Camilla Wallace as the personal representative in the Higgins estate, and the court documents read, the documents also indicate that they are looking to continue the proceedings in Florida. So that's the latest there. We'll kind of keep you guys updated on the battle and what's been going on with the, the copyright infringement, or what is going on with the copyright infringement there. So that's where they're at. I don't know what Yellowcard. Let me see. They're $15 million. That's what they're suing for.
God dang.
$15 million. So I don't know what's left. I don't even know what's left of that royalty. I don't know how that royalty is still getting paid out off existing sales or existing streams, right. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, whatever else it may be. I don't know the music. I don't know what that song's still doing or what it's done previously. I just know the Sting gets 85%. And I'm not sure if that's in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Or if that had a limit on it. I would assume it's in perpetuity. Hey, this is my record. Yeah. This is my guitar riff. I came up with this. Without this, your song wouldn't be anything. There would be nothing there. And so when you create the original art, the original work of art, and someone decides to sample that, the creator, some people hate Sting for it. Some people say Sting is selfish. Some people say Sting is a money grabber because he's taking all the work that they did. Well, guess what? When you create the work, you can do that.
It is what it is.
And you can say, I'm going to take this much or don't put it out.
I wanted to say, like, creating a riff versus creating a melody. I mean, I wanted to say creating a riff's a lot more difficult, but at the same time, I mean, a creation is a creation, right? Whether it's a melody, whether it's a riff, whether it's a lyric, it doesn't matter. It's still created by said person. And if somebody mimics that or copies it or uses it, I mean, I guess there's grounds. It's tough to say.
A lot of people in the chat, some people are like, yeah, hey, you can't really copy the melody. That's not, hey, I don't agree with that. It's BS.
I feel like a lot, if you look at a lot of pop and rock and those crossovers, especially country, some of the new country, that there's a lot of people that aren't a fan of. They like the old raw country, David Allan Coe and that type of shit. A lot of melodies are copied. A lot of melodies are, it seems like, reused or redone in ways that benefit said party. I mean, you have to have a base.
Neighborhood, you should only be able to copyright lyrics. J-Dub killing kicks. Nah, only so many ways to sing a damn hook.
I mean, that's true as well. But like, if you're ripping it from a guitar, like I said, me being able to play guitar, drums, that type of thing. Like, if I create a riff and somebody copies that shit, like, I'm not a fan of that. Melodies are tough because you've got bridges and choruses and all this stuff. Like, that's hard.
The mashup helped the case strong. Haha. Still BS
Nice.
though, definitely. Vincent Millie.
Yeah.
Every new rapper wants to be a pop punk guy these days. LOL. Brian Jackson.
Well, because rap these days is kind of a dying thing. We look at what Tekashi's doing. We look at what Drake isn't really rap. It's like R&B. I mean, that's what these kids are doing. You look at Little Perp? Who was it?
Lil Pump?
No, not Little Pump.
Lil Perp. Ooh. Maybe there is a guy, Lil Perp.
Little Peep.
Smoke Perp.
Lil Peep.
Oh, okay.
He was getting kind of into that kind of crossover. And I think Post Malone is doing some of that crossover stuff, that pop into rock.
Punk. That Tentacion. It feels like these kids are, here's what it feels like to me. Those kids are on prescription drugs, depressed as fuck, and they're doing now emo rap.
It's the new emo alternative rap.
Right.
Kind of thing. It's the new crossover breed is what we have. And that fucking that kid that does all well, I guess they all do drugs, but shit. They're all little. I don't know.
Little something or other.
Little something or other.
That's so funny. So yeah, that's what's going on there. That's the current
little Percocet.
Little Percocet.
Is that one?
Little Perks. So yeah, that's everything you need to know there, buddy, on the Juice WRLD case. What are we at on time here? Oh, we're doing good. Just over an hour.
You tell me what's next.
I'm looking through the chat. Tons of stuff.
Yeah,
in the
Vincent
chat.
Millie says Trippie Redd got a lot of emo punk hooks.
Yep. Let's just hit Pat Mahomes' new deal really quickly. We'll hit that, hit some NFL, and then we'll go into the UFC, and we'll go and jump into some sneakers. So the Pat Mahomes deal, obviously you saw this. This broke during our show last episode. It's hard to when stuff breaks during the show. I can kind of give you the breaking news, or people in the chat can give you the breaking news, but it's hard to break down and have an opinion on it without knowing what kind of happens. After the show, I tweeted out that after kind of thinking about it, I still didn't have the full details of the deal at that time, but I tweeted out that I thought I was okay with the Pat Mahomes deal, because you look at all the quarterbacks that are the highest paid quarterbacks in the league currently. Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers are the top three. They all make over $30 million a year, but 35 is the cap with Russell Wilson. He's the highest paid right now at $35 million a year, or he was before this deal. So I was like, they're going to break this down. You got to give Pat, 40+ million a year, 45 million a year.
45 is what
the math kind of breaks down to. $503 million is what he could be eligible to make. But that's not what's guaranteed money. That's with incentives. Right. He'd have to take the team to the AFC Championship every year. He'd have to be winning Super Bowl every year. So he's probably not going to hit that number. But there's still a lot of money in there, and there's still a lot of money guaranteed. What do you think about the deal? How do you think it's structured? How do you think Kansas City? Do you think do you like the deal for Kansas City and for Pat Mahomes, or how do you come out on it?
Yeah, I think the deal is great. I think you're seeing obviously the most.
Great for who? Both sides?
Yeah, no, I do think it's great for both sides. I think they're paying Pat Mahomes, he's the new Michael Vick in terms of how he can move, changing the quarterback position yet again, and making it more versatile than what it's ever been. Obviously, winning a Super Bowl very, very early in his career, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great for the Chiefs as well. Me coming from Kansas, where I could either been a Chiefs fan or a Broncos fan, easy choice. Took the Broncos. But that being said, yeah, man, I think this is great for Kansas City as well. I mean, pay the person who's going to lead you through the battalion. That being said, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have to take pay cuts. You think the Honey Badger's going to be able to stay? Probably not. We talked about the defensive lineman. What's his name? Jones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
Yep.
You know, are they going to be able to get a contract with him? Probably not. Dude, they're maxed over there. How much longer can we keep Kelsey? Probably another year or two. Then we're going to have to get rid of Kelsey. So then they're going to have to be on the rebuilding side. But at least if they're going to rebuild, they have somebody like Pat Mahomes at the helm. Because we know how important the quarterback is this time and age. You know, we look back where I still think, you know, there's some validity in defensive teams win championships. We look at Greg Popovich and the Spurs. We look at the Broncos back on Super Bowl 50. There's no doubt that it wasn't Peyton Manning who won us that Super Bowl. Okay, there was even some Brock Osweiler help in there. But defenses does win championships. But I think having the leader and having the abilities and being the face and having Pat Mahomes be that guy who's already proven his worth, I think it's great. I think it's great for both sides. I'm super pumped for him. If I'm looking at this, the guaranteed salary for this individual, it looks like 2021, his guaranteed salary is roughly 22 mil. And then 2022, he's 29 mil. Now, so there's some good guaranteed money within this whole deal. And then it goes into incentives and things like that. I mean, this is the new deal. I mean, look at what it's going to be 5 years from now with quarterbacks and the evolution and the pay. I mean, it's only going to go more up. And you know, we're going to start as pandemics start happening and things like this. We talked about it a little bit earlier. The revenue splits, like the MLB is doing. This is going to target some of these things that we have not seen. You know, we've not had to deal with yet. But for both sides, I think it's a great deal. What do you think about both sides?
Well, SI put up a great article that it can help kind of understand the breakdown of what's going to happen per year. It's actually not a 10-year deal. It's a 12-year deal because they're adding on. He already had his 4th year.
Correct.
And then he had a 5th-year option that the Chiefs had the option of picking up. Well, they already picked up that option. Right. So they just basically added on,
compiled
to these
it all together.
Right. To these 2 years, they've added on 10 more years on top of that.
Right.
So this guy, short of an injury or something, is not going anywhere. Now, the big problem is if he does get injured, if he does start shitting the bed, something happens. Yeah. They're on the hook for a ton of money if they try to cut this guy. So here, let me kind of break this down for you. While complicated in nature, when stripped down, the deal is relatively simple. On the 3rd day of every league year, the Chiefs guarantee Mahomes either a roster bonus or a full salary for a contract year that is 1 to 2 years in the future. So this kind of goes to what I was saying about them not being, or what you were just saying about them not being able to pay big money for players in the future. We've seen Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, since they signed these huge deals and they're getting $30+ million a year, it's been very, very hard for them to retain big-time weapons. You've seen big-time weapons have to leave. You see them not have the money to bring big-time weapons in, and you've also seen patchwork offensive lines. Roethlisberger getting his shit kicked in, getting beat up, getting injured. Russell Wilson getting injured, getting knocked around. Even though he doesn't miss games, he still played all injured.
I know.
Right?
Look at Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Wow.
Another big salary. He's in the top 5 over there. Yep. So it makes it really, really hard. Now, what the Chiefs have done is they're trying to get around paying him so much in salary each year by giving him these roster bonuses as long as he's on the roster. I mean, dude, it's kind of crazy. Like if you go back and look at they have a whole chart laid out here. So starting in 2023, check this out, bro. He gets, so over the next couple years, he's going to get a base salary of $990,000, a prorated $2 million bonus, and then he gets a roster bonus of $21,716,000. Just for being on the roster in 2021, he gets another $100,000 in workout bonus. So that gives you a salary cap, or a guaranteed salary, of $22,000 or $22 million. Did I say 1,000 before? Shit, I'm gonna fuck this up.
Check it out. I have the table up.
I'm not a math guy in the world. Oh, thank you. There you go.
There's your table.
So yeah, if you look at what are we looking at? 2021 there. That's what I was looking at. So the guaranteed salary is $22,806,000 for the 2021 season. Look at the cap number, $24 million there.
Wow.
Is going to hit the cap. So that's not actually that bad. That's only 11%. That's really not that bad. Now, as you go down, you see then it starts to hit 13%, 17% of your number in 2023, 15% there, and then it falls off because the salary cap's going to go up.
Correct.
We don't know what's going to happen after that point. So that's where the charge, what the chart shows there. If you scroll down a little bit more, you can kind of see they have a breakdown of Russell Wilson, Jared Goff, Carson Wentz. So if you just scroll down the page there, thanks for pulling that up, Dal. It's great. Look at this breakdown here. Pat Mahomes, cash against the cap the first 3 years of extension. He's only doing $61.6 million. So the Chiefs, now this may, who knows? Who knows what this is going to.
It's a great deal for the Chiefs.
Who knows what it's going to do for the league?
Right.
Is the league still going to allow this in the future? Are you going to be allowed to structure a player's salary in roster bonuses and shit like that to kind of get around and manipulate the cap? I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know what they're going to do. But it actually doesn't look too bad through the first 3 years of the deal for the Chiefs there.
I think it looks great for the Chiefs.
I mean, who knows what other players are going to want? Who knows what other players are going to, what they're going to be hitting for. Scroll down a little bit more. And you'll see, look at the amount of, so his salary is basically tiny. They're kind of doing the Patriots style. You remember the Patriots did a lot of this with Tom Brady. Yeah. They paid him really, really low money. He wasn't even like in the top 10 as far as quarterbacks being paid, but then he got all these roster bonuses. Look at Pat Mahomes' bonuses as these years go on, bro. Wow. In 2027, his roster bonus is $49 million.
Holy crap.
In 2027. That's just crazy.
It sounds like his girlfriend better be puncturing all his Jimmy hats right now.
Right.
That's what it looks like to me.
So the security that Mahomes gets with this contract is the guaranteed money, and this kind of waterfall guaranteed money type of structure is what they call it. They refer to this as a waterfall structure. Makes it very difficult for the Chiefs to cut Mahomes without eating a large dead cap hit. This is because in a given year, the current year will be guaranteed, and the year after will sometimes also be guaranteed. So they may be losing 2 years of money if something happened. Right. We saw it last year against the Broncos. We thought he broke his leg. We thought he broke his knee. Obviously, he proved to be Superman. That wasn't the case. But if he does get hurt like that, if he does break his leg, and he's out for a year or two, you got to bring someone else in. They've already guaranteed him like $90 million, $80 million, $70 million over 2 years. So that's where they could get in a little bit of trouble. Each year, the Chiefs will need to decide what to do in regards with Mahomes' contract in the first few days of the league year before Mahomes' contract guarantees a lot more money for the next year. So literally within the first 3 days of every new league year, after the league calendar turns over there in the spring, they got to decide what's going on with Patrick, because we've got to decide. That puts them kind of back to the wall. Like, Is Pat playing well still? Is Pat not playing well still? Should we cut him and try to move on? Because you could be on the hook for 2 years of roster bonuses and guaranteed money to Pat Mahomes. But maybe they just feel like he's that worth it.
He's worth it.
We'll see. This is the richest contract in sports. It outdid Mike Trout at $426 million. Previously. Yep. This is now $450 million with bonuses that take him up to $477, $503, depending on what numbers you've seen thrown out there. $503 is the max I've seen. $477 is the most likely to hit. $450 is like the base.
What do you think this does for Lamar in terms of setting him up?
Lamar, what the hell is the other dude's name?
We should all have commonalities.
They're
right,
loving it.
All these.
Dak is so happy he just signed the franchise tag.
Right.
Because he's playing 1 year for $34 million now on that franchise tender, and they're going to have to give him a huge contract. Now, if I'm Jerry Jones and I'm sitting there across the table from Dak Prescott, I'm looking him right in the damn face, and I'm saying, listen to me. We didn't even make the playoffs last year.
Right.
I'm pulling my glasses down like this. Do you think you deserve Pat Mahomes' money when we didn't even make the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
You think you deserve more than Patrick Mahomes? I legit want to hear what he has to say.
Tell me a story, sir.
Because that would give me everything I need to know about this guy and the franchise moving forward. Yeah. What kind of leader this guy is, what kind of accountability this guy has. Is he taking accountability for not getting into the playoffs last year? Is he putting some of that on his shoulders? Could he have been a better leader? Could he have led better in certain situations and been a better player? Now, I know football's a team game and it's not all on the quarterback's shoulders. I get it. But if you're asking for that kind of money, if you want Pat Mahomes' money and you're not making the playoffs, that's pulling my glasses down, looking you in the face, having a little talk. If I'm Jera.
Sell me on a return.
Right.
Sell me on your return on
investment.
ROI?
What's the ROI here?
Yeah.
As a businessman.
What's the ROI and where are the dividends happening?
As a businessman, I can understand Jerry being like, all right, we'll pay him the franchise tag this year because they don't have a plan.
Sure.
They have no plan in place. They thought they were going to be able to work out a long-term
No
deal.
backup.
But if he wants anything near Pat Mahomes type of money, we got to go.
This is the year.
We got to draft somebody, and I'll see you later. We
Yeah.
got to start over because I'm not giving you that. I can't cripple my franchise as the Dallas Cowboys for a guy that's not getting us to the playoffs. I can't do it. This guy just won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's how I come out on it. As far as other quarterbacks or Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, we haven't really heard a ton about Lamar. Lamar's still pretty young into his contract. I assume those talks are going to speed up after this offseason, whatever we see. But it's going to be interesting. In the super chat, thank you, Chone. Chase comes through. Tuned in the right time for the MVP Pat chat. Back to work. Chiefs, shoot the shot.
You are one pathetic.
Oh, my bad, bro. I meant to give you gunshots for that.
Hey,
I didn't mean to give you.
Well, you shoot the shot. Let me tell you a little something about Chase. He hit me up and he's like, "Hey, where's my Mahomes card?" I said, "I'm gonna send it out." He's like, "Man, you're not gonna extra charge me now with this big deal, right?" I said, "No, man, you're a homie of the cast. We got you." He's like, "Am I gonna have to pay inflation now for the Patty Mahomes card?"
Did you wait up? Did you agree to a deal with him to sell him the Mahomes card already?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you agreed to a deal.
Yeah, for sure. I gave it to him for $10.
I didn't know if he just sent you money and said send the card, and you were like, "Whoa."
Well, he
I didn't
did do
even-
that, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, he did do that?
Yeah.
Hey, send over that card.
He
Here you
says,
go.
"Here's the money. Here's the address in Venmo."
What if you weren't even selling it? What if you decided not to sell it?
I guess I would pull a Steve Miller.
That's
Go
hilarious.
on, take the money and run.
That's hilarious. Funny. All right, $4.99 for my man Blake P in the super chat. I'm super late in here. Sorry, fellas. TTF, what programmer app do you use to put your mashups together? That is Logic. Logic Pro, and I also use GarageBand. GarageBand comes installed on a MacBook Pro already, so if you use a MacBook, Logic is great for just simple little shit. If you want to do a little bit more, like being able to tune the pitch and tune the tempo and all that stuff, Logic's the way to go. Right. I think Logic will charge you, that'll run you $200, $199 in the Apple App Store. That's what it was when I got it I don't know.
GarageBand is a great starter. And then going into Logic, they are very
It's the same kind of thing with going iMovie and then into Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
iMovie's your basic, get you started on the MacBook, learning how to use it, and then Final Cut Pro gets you way more into video editing and everything there. Right. Logic and GarageBand, same situation on the audio side. Bet. So there you go, Dal. Go ahead.
Blake P.
Throw it down, guy. Throw it down. Oh, my gosh, bro. We are Brick City, bitch. Burn. Brick City, bitch. Burn. It's terrible today.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible today. Not good at all.
I saved all my stamina for the golf course. I got none today.
Finishing out the NFL conversation before we jump into UFC. The NFL, man, me and my man John King, we talked about the bet, $20. Will the season go off? Will it not go off? He has that it will not go off. I have that it will go off. It's looking day by day. It's getting worse for me. It's not. I'm not in the doghouse yet. I'm still on the right side of things.
Right.
But the shit is slowly starting to tip. You know how
the scales are definitely.
Yeah, it's like it feels like someone tipped the hourglass over and the sand is running down. I still got a lot of sand up on the top, but it is dripping through. The sand is dripping through the bottom here.
We got some seepage.
Right.
Some leakage.
That's where I'm at. And here's the next phase of that. We know about COVID. We know about everything getting shut down, all that stuff. Well, now this is something that we haven't talked about yet. The revenue sharing. Baseball just had a huge issue with this. They couldn't even come to a deal. They were supposed to they tried to come to a deal for weeks, a month, maybe months. I don't even remember. And they could not come to a deal. And finally, baseball just used their power and said, "Hey, we can't come to a deal. We don't need to come to a deal. We're just going to do a 60-game season. This is what it is." Mm-hmm. The NFL now is in a similar situation with trying to negotiate players' salaries. Here's the latest proposal from the NFLPA. The NFLPA and its representatives propose a 35% escrow cut to players' salaries for 2020. That percentage would help manage costs. Just like the MLB, the NFL is anticipating decreased revenue from teams not being able to allow fans or at least some portion of the team into games this year. So here's what that means. They're trying to take 35% of the players' salaries and hold it in escrow. So that way they can see what the earnings are going to be this year, see how things are going to shake out. to simplify this for you guys, if you're not familiar with escrow or you don't own any real estate or how any of this shit works, they're taking 35%. They're holding on to it. They want to see what the league earnings are going to be with no fans in the stands. And let's say they're down. Let's say you make $1 million. Let me put this easy for you. You make $1 million. They're going to take $350,000 of that $1 million. Hang on to it. If the revenue's down 20%, then they're going to keep 20% of that. They're going to give you back 15% of the 35 that they kept. Michael Thomas already came out on Twitter. A couple other NFL players like, nope, they better get this together. Right. We're not about to do that. We're not about to do this. And that is where I see the sand in my hourglass starting to fall a little faster. This makes me nervous because not only is it not about getting the players on the field, getting them into camp, COVID-19, droplets being spewed out as a running back gets smoked in the head, Zeke Elliott coming around the corner. None of that stuff all bothered me, but this now is a whole nother hurdle. This is a whole nother thing we got to get over, and I'm really nervous because I saw what just went down with baseball. Players were not willing to budge. They weren't willing to take a lower salary. Then they already agreed to a lower salary initially. Yeah. The MLB tried to push it even lower. And I see a similar issue. I see a similar problem going down here with the NFL.
It's the same thing. I mean, they were getting lesser money for playing lesser games, and they were still out. Mm-hmm. This NFL hasn't talked about a lesser season, but as time goes on, we may see a shorter season. We're already seeing Hall of Fame games getting canceled. We're seeing training camps being shut down all over sports. The bubble, I think like Jason Tatum was just shown hugging his kid goodbye and getting ready to go to the bubble, like. This shit is weird. And you know what, man? We may not have an NFL season.
That's what John King says in the chat. Again, I'm taking all bets on no NFL season. Sorry, I keep hitting the table. Keeps messing up my camera.
I just paid that full. I ain't paying no more money.
He said, he told me the other day there's going to be no preseason. I think I agree with that. I don't think
they're not going to waste any time on that type of stuff.
We're going to waste any time on preseason there. They may delay the season. I still think a season's going to go off. I have faith they're going to get some shit done, but time will tell. We still got a ways to go, which I feel good about. I still feel like I see quite a bit of sand in that hourglass. Sitting here, the sand is dropping through. It's dropping through a little bit slow, but it's starting to gain momentum. And I'm getting a little nervous, but I still feel okay. Yeah. I still feel okay.
Well, I got some breaking news for you.
What?
It's not so much NFL, but it's tied to it a little bit of football action and possibly just Big Ten. Breaking news, Big Ten moving to conference-only model for all sports this year.
I saw the Ivy Leagues canceled the other day.
Ivy League just did that.
Ivy League canceled everything.
Yep. Big Ten moving to conference-only model.
How in the hell does that work?
All sports. I don't know. So the Big Ten decided on Thursday that conference-only season for all fall sports, including football, is most likely outcome. Sources with knowledge of the discussion has told ESPN.
Wow.
If college football can be played this fall, Big Ten presidents and athletic directors prefer playing conference-only schedule, which would eliminate some long-distance travel and help ensure that the teams are being tested for coronavirus universally. Multiple sources inside the league and around college football told ESPN.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Big
dude.
Ten. College is a whole different game.
It is,
though.
right? You know,
college
you
and
got kids
pro.
at school.
I still feel if my bet with him was for college football, I'd feel really nervous.
Yeah.
But
This
NFL
doesn't change the NFL feeling, really, I don't think.
But that's big.
That's big.
So they're only going to play in conference.
That's weird.
Oh, dude, just cancel the season.
Right, at that point.
Yeah.
It's not a real season. And you could say that about the NBA, but we will have a champion. We will have this round-robin tournament that makes it a little bit more fair.
How do you have the playoffs, though? How do you have
You don't.
the bowl championship?
You don't.
What the hell is that playoff called? I can't even think of the name. The college football playoff.
Playoff, yeah.
How do you have that
I don't think you can.
if you're only playing in conference?
Yeah.
I'll bet college. Well, I'm not betting college as well, King. Get out of here. Jesus.
King's trying to take all your money, dog.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm betting college as well. When they're announcing playing in Big Ten and Ivy League just announced not doing anything at all. By the way, the Ivy League, they were ahead of the game before anyone else. They canceled their before March Madness and all that shit got canceled. They were the first ones to say, we're not doing any spring sports. We're canceling all the spring sports. We're not doing all. Now they're coming out and canceling the fall sports ahead of everyone else. So is this an indicator? Is this an indicator of what already happened before? The Ivy League, pretty smart over there, I'd say.
Trendsetters.
Smart guys, right?
Yeah. Stanford.
Smart people.
Yeah. Harvard.
Harvard.
Remember? Saved by the Bell?
Of course.
Harvard.
Ma'am.
We need people like Jessica Spano.
What was the Harvard of the West? Which school is he saying? Ma'am. She's like, oh yeah, you know, Stanford's the Harvard of the West.
Yeah.
Ma'am, excuse me. There's only one Harvard.
That's so great.
I had to get that sound. If you guys don't watch Saved by the Bell or you don't know that episode.
I'd let you borrow my box set if you still had DVD
What was
player.
it? What was the school? I don't even, it wasn't, God, I can't remember the name. Princeton? Was
Maybe.
it Yale? No, it wasn't Yale. I don't remember. Stanford's not even in the Ivy League. Right. I was just giving an example. I don't remember what school he said. Anyway, that doesn't even matter, bro. Let's move on.
Stansbury University, the Harvard of the West.
Stansbury, that's what it was.
Stansbury versus Stanford. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Hilarious. Let's move on to UFC. Let's preview. Oh shit, we're all of a sudden we're bad on time.
Uh-oh. Let's
talk some UFC. You said you were going to bring in the money, stack it on the table. The money's not on the table.
Yeah, money's on Venmo. Venmo's open. Give me the odds. Let's go.
Masvidal, the odds have changed since the last show. You had the opportunity to lock in Jorge
almost
Masvidal
3-1, almost, right?
At plus 225. Okay. Now, let me get my updated. The updated odds on the book. Jorge Masvidal has fallen to plus 200. Dang. I've seen plus 195 at some books. Currently on mine, plus 200. So you lost a little bit there, a little bit of steam.
Okay.
Usman is now minus 250 from 275.
Okay.
So he went down a little bit as well.
A little bit.
So if you're looking to bet on the favorite, you can get a little bit better odds here now. If you're looking to bet on Masvidal, like Dow, you lost a little bit. Are you still who's your pick? Or do you want to break down the rest of the card really quickly first?
Yeah, let's break down the card first, and then at the end we'll
do you see? We'll start with the Paige Van Zandt Amanda Ribas fight. Mm-hmm. How do you see this going, and where are you going to put your money on? Van Zandt is a huge underdog at plus 525. Bro. Right? Does she have any shot here?
I don't really think she has any shot, man.
Minus 835 for Ribas. Oh my gosh, you almost have to put up $1,000 to win 100.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, I think everything is in Amanda Ribas' shot here. Paige Van Zandt has not had some great showings. She's been beat by some, decent players. Nobody like super huge. I would tell you the one thing that Paige has got going for her is she's beautiful, absolutely out there. So you want to bet for beauty? You can win your money all day with Paige Van Zandt. But I think Amanda is just going to take her out. She doesn't have much of a reach advantage. 66 inches versus 65. You've got the weight. Amanda is usually at about Bill 25. Paige is at 115. I just love where Amanda's going. I feel like Paige is on kind of a losing spree, and I just don't see that one playing out for her at all.
I've heard rumblings. This is going to be Paige's last fight in the UFC. Goat James just said that in the chat.
I think she's trying to get into modeling. She's really trying to get her other next step career out, and I think she's 1 foot out of the octagon. I really believe that. It's a mindset thing. For me.
So is that a no bet for you then?
That's a no bet. Even with those odds, like throwing $20 on that just because the odds are so incredible. Like you might do that if you've got $10, $20 just to throw around just because the odds, you don't see plus 525. Is that what you said?
Yeah, plus 525
like
on
that's
her.
Unbelievable.
And
but there's
Ribas,
reason.
you can't put any money on her. I mean, at minus 8, what is it? 8?
No, stay clear away.
Oof.
Yeah, if you have $20 just chilling that you're super comfortable for losing, where Paige might catch Amanda, which is possible in the UFC. Anything's possible. Who said that? Anything's possible.
Here you go,
that
bud.
one.
I got it for you.
Anything's possible!
So if you've got $20 that is a very big possibility of losing, to throw it on Paige to maybe catch Amanda, there's money to be made.
Hey, if you want to lose 20, throw it on Paige, but you get good odds.
Yeah, you get great odds.
What about the next one? Rose Namajunas.
Ooh.
Jessica Andrade.
Ooh.
Rose is the favorite at minus 225 here.
It's interesting.
And Andrade's plus 180. What about this?
Here's what I would say about this. So this is Rose's first fight back, right? So she had to step out of her last fight. I forget who that was against, but she had some family that actually not only fell ill to the coronavirus, but actually passed away. So this is kind of a new rebirth process for Rose. Rose didn't really want to step back into the octagon. She was really just trying to be with family, mourn the death of some family members, and Corona hit really, really close to home. But as an interview that I heard with Rose, she really talked about how this is kind of a rebirth process. I've got to do it for my family. This is something that I feel in my heart that it's a time thing. It's now time for me to get back in there. She sounds headstrong. She sounds focused. She sounds driven. She's got reason for just herself to win this, almost as tribute for the fallen family members. Do not bet against Rose on this fight. That's what I'm saying. What are the odds? Give me the odds.
Minus 225
on Rose. Okay.
Yep. Plus 180. Jessica Andrade. Don't take the underdog.
Stay away from the underdog on this one. I think Rose has a complete different focus. Her camp has been well. This is something that she in her heart feels like she's ready. It's not forced. It's not a money thing. It's also a tribute thing from her fallen family members. Watch out. Rose is coming out strong.
So that is a bet for you on Rose Namajunas?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minus 225.
Minus 225, yeah.
What that means, again, for the betting odds, my aunt was telling me the other day, too. She's like, I don't really understand the betting. So maybe it made me think I'm not doing a good job of breaking down betting for people. So what that means is when you're minus 225, it means you're the favorite. Vegas expects her to win.
Right.
So you have to put up $225. You're risking $225. If she wins, you win $100 plus your $225 back. Because my aunt's like, well, why would you put up $225 to win $100? You're losing money. That doesn't make sense. No, you're not losing money. You're getting your $225 back if she wins, and you're winning your $100 profit. So that's how you're making money there. You're not just losing the $225 that you put up to win the $100.
Right.
Now, on the other side, if she does lose, then you just lose $225, which the fight game is tough. Anything can happen in that cage. When they get in the octagon, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's why you throw 20 on Paige. I'm telling you.
So that's how that would work. Now, if you were going on the other side with Jessica, the odds are better because you're only risking $100. But if she wins, you win $180 plus your $100 back. Makes sense? Mm-hmm. So you win 180 off that 180 profit. Plus you get the money back you put down. Now she loses, you just lose your $100. So you're losing less than the 225 you'd lose on Rose if Rose lost, but she's the underdog. So that's why there's odds there. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense to folks. Mm-hmm. Peter Yan, not Peter. Poter Yan.
Poter. Is it Poter or Pooter? Poter. I think it's Poter.
Yeah.
Poter Yan.
Poter Yan, Jose Aldo. Yan minus 250 favorite. Aldo plus 200.
Doesn't surprise me. Aldo's kind of, at the end of his rope, in my opinion.
At the end of his rope.
At the end of his rope, I think Yan wins this. I think Yan has great abilities, as a striker, as a wrestler. His jiu-jitsu is great. Watch out for Yan. I think Yan is at the probably top of his game, and whereas Jose Aldo, I think, is at the lower half of his game. I wouldn't say this is easy because, again, anything can happen in the UFC, but...
Why do you think that? Why do you think he's at the end here? So let me run it back really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
He TKOs Jeremy Stevens with punches. Mm-hmm. Last 4 fights. Then he TKOs Renato Moicano with punches. He loses a decision.
Never heard of him.
He loses a decision to Alexander Volkanovski, who's the current champion.
Awesome, yeah.
And then he loses a split decision to Marlon Moraes. Why do you think Aldo's at the end here?
Because I think Moraes, like I said, Moraes probably shouldn't have won that. I think he was obviously the underdog for sure in that fight.
No, he did get KO'd twice by Max Holloway before that, but we're talking 2017. He came back and won 2 fights since then.
Yeah.
So are you saying
big fights?
That's what I'm saying. Is the competition not up to snuff there?
The competition wasn't up to snuff. If he's actually playing anybody that is super relevant at this time,
yeah.
I don't see Jose Aldo winning it. I really don't, man. And that's what I mean by the end of the rope. Like, it's not the end of his career necessarily, but if you put one of the big dogs, Volkanovski, dude, you saw that. Did you see that fight?
We'll see him right after against Holloway.
I don't even think that was a decision, man. I think Volkanovski waylaid, just on Aldo, and I don't even know if it should have been a decision. I'm glad it went to a decision.
It was unanimous, but it was decision nonetheless. He didn't knock him out.
But yeah, I just don't see Aldo rebirthing himself against a big name.
You like Poter Yan at minus 250?
I do.
You like that one, huh?
I do.
All right. So far we're on a no bet with the Paige Van Zandt fight. He likes Rose Namajunas and Poter Yan. two favorites, minus 225 on Rose, minus 250 on Potter.
Yeah.
Let's go to the co-main event. Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski, the rematch. What do you expect to see out of this one?
I'm hoping for fight of the night with this one. I really am. I'm hoping for an absolutely banger, a beatdown. I see Max Holloway with his quarantine hair, looking tight, looking right. This guy fights for his son. That's very well known. Volkanovski, again, decisions. What has his last 2 fights been a decision? Can you look up that? I think his last 2 have been decisions. But that being said, this is going to be a brutal fight. I think this is something to really, really look forward to. And I don't have a winner in this one. I don't. I have a brutal beatdown, and I see this one going to decision as well.
Yeah, Max Holloway and Aldo were both decisions. That was the last 2 fights.
Yeah, I don't see this one. I don't see anybody catching anybody on this one. I see this going the full decision. So if I was a betting man, I would look into it and do the live up to the minute betting kind of thing, or the second by second betting. I would look at some live betting on this one, and I would look at decision bets.
You can do so you can't live bet the fight, the winning method.
Okay.
You can only live bet during the fight, like with the winner. But winning method before the fight, if you said to go to decision, if you're looking at what's that? Sorry.
I'm saying decision.
So if you look at a decision there, you're going to be Max Holloway plus 275 to win by decision. Volkanovski minus 106 to win by decision.
I'm leaning towards Volkanovski, but that plus 275, I'll throw 20 on that.
So plus 275. Now the regular odds, if you're just on the money line, if you're just picking Holloway to win, he's plus 185. So you're actually getting almost 100% clip there. You're getting a 90% better odds on going with decision versus just going with him to win.
So this is a bet like you would do, like, say, the AFC Championship, right? So you would bet on your team to win the AFC Championship if you have them in the Super Bowl, right? So I think this is the same thing. So if I'm taking the decision in Max Holloway's favor, why wouldn't I also take the money line?
Bet both,
right?
Just to cover your ass. Because if Max Holloway knocks him out, you want to at least have some exposure to the Holloway money and the Holloway win. So you want to bet it at 185 there, and then you also want to take him for the decision. Now, if you want to bet him just to win, my strategy would be to hedge it a little bit. I'd put a little bit more money. So let's say if my bankroll, I'll put up $20 on Max to win outright, and then I'll put up 10 for him to win on decision. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Mm-hmm.
That way, if he does knock him out, you lose the 10 there, but you still got to come up on the $20, and you had more money on the lower odds there.
Right.
So, but if Volkanovski wins by decision, he knocks Holloway out, whatever happens, then you lose all of it. You lose all 30. The whole 30 you put up on Holloway. So that's what you're looking at there. Volkanovski is a minus 230 favorite in that fight, but you're on Holloway. I think Max loses twice in a row to him.
I think it's possible, but I think this is and this is interesting. Did you know this fight? So typically the champion, right, never asks for the fight, right? You have to approach the champion. You, as the person who wants to take the champion on, has to ask for that. Mm-hmm. And the UFC has to go through all the rigmarole to allow this fight. Not the case this time.
Yeah.
Volkanovski asked for this fight. He specifically said, I want to run this back. Mm-hmm. Fuck everything else. Screw your money. Screw Holloway. Screw everybody. I want to run this back and prove my point here. And I think with that mentality, it's hard to bet against that. But I think Holloway, man, that fool fights from the heart for his family, for his son. And this is his opportunity to prove his worth.
It doesn't bother you a little bit that he got beat by Dustin Poirier? He came back and then he beat Frankie Edgar, who's kind of washed.
Yeah, washed for sure.
And then he comes back and loses to Volkanovski. That doesn't concern you a little bit?
Oh, it concerns.
The top fights there, 2 out of the last 3 he's lost.
Yeah, Volkanovski is the champ for great reason. And I would love to see Holloway win this and then fight Poirier. I would love that. But I think what could happen, very realistically, is Volkanovski winning this and then Poirier eventually getting his chance against Volkanovski. I think that's kind of what is in the future.
So you're taking Holloway here on the odds, though.
But I'm taking Holloway on the odds, and I like this, and I think the decision is the good bet. Okay. But if I take Holloway on the decision, then I am going to put money on the money line as well.
We get to the main event. Jorge Masvidal, Kamaru Usman. We talked about the odds. Usman dropped to minus 250 favorite. Masvidal plus 200 on the underdog side. Obviously, because it's dropped from 225 to 200, that means a lot of money is coming in on George Masvidal.
On Jorge, yep.
A lot of money is coming in. Whenever the line drops like that, it means money's coming in, and Vegas is trying to even it out. They're dropping the line on Masvidal to try to encourage people and to put more money in on Usman, so they can get. Their whole goal is to get the same amount of money on both sides because they retain the juice. That's how a sportsbook works. So on this one here, are you sticking with your guns? The other day, you were all about Masvidal. You were bringing the money in. You were stacking it on the table. $1,000 from a guy that normally makes $5, $10 bets. What are we talking here? How serious are we getting, Kanye?
I think what I'm willing to do.
We have an episode.
Yeah. So what I'm willing to do, as I did a little research on this, because I started using my heart, and and I obviously using a little bit of heart, and
give a little bit of heart and soul.
Masvidal wins even if he loses this match. There are so many excuses that you could run back, like, oh, you only had 7 days, to prepare for this fight. He's stopping in Rome, grabbing pizza, living his best life. He's got his payday. To me, he does care about his wins and losses. But really what he cares about is his family and his money. That's well documented. And I think he got both of those already. He's on the way. But I think, the training, but again, Usman didn't have the training necessarily for a Masvidal, but I just think Masvidal can catch people unlike anybody else out there. He's got advantages. He's got street knowledge. I don't care what John King says that Masvidal's name is shit out in Miami. I think it's a great name. I love his story. I
think it's a great name.
I think it's a great name. I love where he's coming from. And Masvidal, with that rebirth process where he's starting to baptize fools, I really believe in this vision. I really, really do. Even if it's short amount of time, he got his payday. He's going to go in there with an I don't give a shit attitude. He's got the BMF title for a reason, and this is a paid athlete that is going to perform at peak level. And I'm willing to put down 150. That's
$150.
150. What does that net me at minus 200?
Let me see here. I think that'll give you $350 profit.
Okay. So 100 to win.
I'm sorry, $300 profit.
There you go.
Yep. You'll get your so you'll get paid out $450 total.
Okay.
You'll get your 150 back plus you'll make 300 profit.
I think that's the bet for me.
That's what you're looking at there on George Masvidal. Oh, Danny Moore in the chat. I'm putting 500 on Usman.
Wow.
So if you go,
so what's 500 at and Usman is what, plus 200 or minus 200?
Yeah, minus 250.
Oh, minus 250.
So you'll get a payout. You'll get a payout basically of $700. So you'll get your 500 back and 200 profit.
Jeez.
So you have to put up 500 to win 200 on that.
It's a confident bet.
250 to win 100. Just double that up. 500, you win 200 profit. Pretty good. Pretty good, especially for a guy that's taking a fight on short notice. My uncle thinks the fix is in, by the way. He thinks the fix is in for the underdog.
Really?
Yeah, he does.
Now, does he think that about the whole card or just like the last half?
Nah,
because I think the first part of the card, in my opinion,
I don't think the whole
is
card.
Pretty chalky.
Well, he doesn't watch a ton of UFC to begin with.
It's pretty chalky in my mind, but I think that last couple of fights could be not so chalky. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeesh. I don't know about that, bro.
Johnny Childress says, y'all really be talking for so long about nothing. I love it. Hashtag biggest fan.
I don't even know how to take that.
I don't know what that means, Johnny. I feel like I should make some fart jokes real quick.
Yeah, you want more dick jokes, John?
Yeah. You want bratwurst shits in the corner from my dogs?
Right.
Because that rocks.
Hilarious. All right, Dal. So we'll see how that fares for you.
I'm locking that in with you.
We'll see how the rest of your bets go.
Cool.
And I think we're gonna skip on this day today. We just got too much shit. We're just going to sneakers.
Gotta go to sneakers.
Let me get some music here. There we go. Let's get some music back for the sneaker segment. TTF, you putting money on it?
Yeah. Do you want me to lock it in? I don't really have anybody to lock it in with.
Like I said, I'm kind of on the fence, bro. I'm really on the fence. I haven't decided yet. I still have not decided what I want to do. Street Jesus or Usman. Everything is just screaming to me Usman because everyone is taking Street Jesus. People are buying into the odds. Dog, I just feel like, I don't know if either guy gets knocked out. I really don't. I don't see either guy getting knocked out. And to me, that means it's going 5 rounds. Well, if it's going 5 rounds, Masvidal hasn't been in a cage. He hasn't been rolling around. He hasn't been training. He just got forced to lose 20 pounds in 6 days before the fight. Screams Usman to me.
Cage rust. And the fact that now you're not a people person in terms of betting. You usually go against what the people are doing.
Against the public, right.
Right?
The public is obviously heavy on Masvidal because it's dropping the line.
Yep.
So that, again,
that's another red
reason
flag
that
for
just
you.
Screams Usman to me.
Yeah.
I haven't decided fully yet. That's the direction I'm leaning. Gosh.
Maybe tell him to follow your socials over the weekend.
And you know what? Something about what you were saying, I don't want to say Masvidal doesn't care. I don't want to say it's not important for him winning.
Right.
But the number one thing the number one thing is money for him. The number one reason he took the fight on short notice, the number one anything. It's all about getting the most money he could get. Yes, he's talking about baptizing fools, but I'm just wondering how much of that he really believes. Or is it more like, hey, man, I'm going to take this on 6 days notice. I believe in myself. God's with me. I'm going to do my best. But does he really think he's going to knock this cat out after losing 20 pounds on 6 days notice? Maybe he does. I don't know. But
does he make weight? We don't even know.
Gosh, it just seems.
That fool was eating a cheeseburger when he got the call. Did you hear about that from McDonald's?
No.
He was eating a McDonald's cheeseburger when he got the call.
Shit.
Hey, can you fight?
Gosh.
What are you going to do?
You know what?
And cage rust is a real thing, dude. It was just on this day a year ago on Monday's cast that he was in the ring. He's been out of the ring for a year.
No, he fought Ben Askren a year ago, and then he fought Diaz afterwards.
Oh, that's right, for the
BMF. Yeah,
Damn,
he hasn't
right.
been out for a year.
You count the BMF?
Yeah, it counts as a
I
fight.
guess you got to count it.
It counts as a fight.
He had a camp.
That's another thing I would like to see Masvidal win, though, because I want to see him run. He said he wants to run back the BMF with Nate Diaz. I said on the last show, it's not a fight I'm really that excited to see.
That. Get out of here.
But I would like to see the BMF title not just be a one-off. Like, it would be cool to see that title defended a couple times at least.
Right. Yeah.
And not just a one-off weirdo.
What about he fighting Connor for the BMF?
That would be something.
That'd be way better than Diaz.
That would be something I'd be very interested in.
Way better than the Diaz fight.
Very interested.
Let's go.
Yeah. Very interested
UFC,
in that fight.
get at me.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. I think I'm on the fence here, but I think I'm leaning more towards Kamaru.
Dirty DJ says, think I'm throwing in some cheap parlays.
There you go.
That's probably not a bad idea on this fight.
There you go.
This card's crazy.
There you go. Throw some parlays in. The Uncle Jim, the fix is definitely in. The dog wins the main fight. He's calling his shot. His shot right
dogs.
there. He says he's all on the dog, so he's on Jorge Masvidal to win the main fight. We'll see how much he is on him with his money later this weekend.
Uncle Roselli, who let the dogs out?
Roof. All
right, where do you want to start with sneakers? Do you want to
girlfriend? Woof.
Do you want to see the sneakers that I brought in, or do you want to recap some things? Where you at?
Yeah, let's see the sneakers you brought in.
Let's see the sneakers.
Let's just start there.
Cool.
We don't got a ton of time left. We kind of exhausted. As Johnny Chill said, we really be in here talking about nothing.
Talking about nothing. We sound like we're like the Seinfeld podcast.
What is that?
Because it's a show about nothing.
Oh,
we talk about nothing. Damn, guy, you're a little hot on that.
That was just
on that ball today.
That was a turn and throw.
That
wasn't even a shot.
That was a little bad.
It wasn't even a turn and shoot. That was just a turn and chuck.
Nike orange box. Any ideas?
Looks like an outlet box.
It is. It does. I was actually with John King over.
The only thing missing is the top cut off.
Yeah, over the would-be weekend that you said we just kind of had. It felt like. Yeah, I was with John King. We got these at the outlets in Orlando.
Oh,
there you go,
guy.
Let me put it on your camera there so you can give those little some shine. What do you think in person, man? So
I'm gonna turn the color down a little bit on my camera. Look how that looks. Oh, wow. I don't even have sunglasses. I'm just looking not authentic. Yeah, it's a little more authentic. A little dark, but at least it gives it some more authenticity. These are the Duck Camo Orange Air Max 90s.
Yeah.
As you know, if you follow the sneaker game, they released these in 3 different colorways. They released a Volt colorway, an infrared orange colorway, and now this regular orange colorway. I don't know. I saw a lot of people kind of hating on these on social media, just talking about that the other 2 were better. I don't mind these. I think these are actually pretty dope.
Right.
Kind of the hunter orange mixed with the camo. What's wrong with that?
I think they're that Real Tree. Like if I had a Real Tree hunting shirt, that I got from Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the fit.
ready to go.
I think it'd be a great fit. Here, check this one out. Comes with multiple laces. So you got your white laces that are pretty traditional that come in there. And then you've got a pair of orange and black. For me, I do like the white, but I think the play for me is one set with one shoe with black and one shoe with orange. I think that'd pop real nice. What do you think? Or you think that'd be doing the most?
I think it's too much.
Too much?
Yeah.
When the shoe is already too much?
Yeah, I think the orange in there is too much. I think any mixed laces is too much. I feel like, man, you know what I think about the infrared duck camo? I love the white in them. I think that's the move.
That's the play.
With these, I think it might be the black.
Yeah. Give it a little bit more neutral kind of cover up almost.
I'm not offended by the white. I like the white.
White's cool.
The white in there is
make
just
that look better.
It's fine, but it's not like I'm looking at it like a home run. It's just okay. It's cool. Nothing wrong with it. But I'd like to see black in it. And I'm not sure the black would be better because I haven't seen it in there yet. There you go. Is that a little bit more?
That's about the best I can make it look. I don't know. It's hard, man.
That's good.
Because they're definitely more fluorescent than
nice
they're
producing,
showing.
Dow.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Good job, dude. I'm glad you're still working on it, bro.
Working on the weekend like usual.
You know who loves Air Max 90s?
Who?
Johnny Chill.
Oh, really?
I wonder if Johnny Chill would wear these.
Johnny Chill, the king of uncomfortable shoes. Literally walks everywhere and won't invest in a good pair of shoes for his comfort. Well, actually, he did for a while.
He bought Boost from me.
He did after a while.
He bought the Anikis, and I think I sold him a pair of Ultra Boost.
Right.
He's never looked back.
So there you go. I think these are, I think the black would be the move for me.
Yeah.
And a Choff. Those are the best of the three in the chat. He likes these ones the best.
I think they're the first or second. I do like the infrared pink ones that I had. I have sold those now, but I don't like the green joints, man. The greens are awful, in my opinion. I think they're atrocious. But this, I don't know, man. Maybe coming from Southwest Kansas, where we hunted a lot. Pheasants Unlimited started in Kansas.
What is Pheasants Unlimited?
It was a club.
Fill us in.
It was a club.
What do you mean a club?
Yeah, so like you paid dues to be in this Pheasants Unlimited club, and you could have access to shoot in certain places. You know, you had all these different discounts, and you could go talk about.
And that started in Kansas, but it's nationwide?
Yeah.
Wow. Pheasants Unlimited. These are the Pheasants Unlimited collab.
If you didn't know, now you know.
God, we're so late. We're so late today. We could keep getting put off on all these tangents.
Yeah, I think these shoes are sick, though. I don't think they're the greatest, but I think these are worth keeping. Right now, they average in my size, 10 and a half, about 170 to 190, depending on where you buy them. I think they retail. What do they retail for? I think 130.
130.
140, sorry, is retail. So
140.
30, 40 bucks above retail. If you really love these shoes, grab them. Air Max 90s, mid-comfort, mid-level comfort, nothing crazy. But this is my second favorite pair of the pack.
Do you go up a half a size in these? Dirty DJ asked.
I usually do. But what I've come to find out is Air Maxes don't really change comfort when you take the insole in or out. So I actually went my true to size on this instead of going the 10 and a half, which I typically do in Air Max 90s. So I'm going to take the insole out. I also have a thinner insole that I use from these Adidas Pure Boost that I had a long time ago. So I'm taking the Nike Air Max insole out, putting that Adidas insole in, seeing what that feels like, and then if that doesn't work, I'm just rocking these without an insole. Because 10 and a half is still a little too big in the Air Max 90 for me. So I'm not quite true to size, but I'm not also up a half size. So I'm kind of in that middle gray area. So I went with a size 10 on this, true to size, but typically you would go a half size up on Air Max 90s.
There you go.
My foot's weird. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. Good pickup, guy. Where'd you get these from?
It's long and thin, like my wiener.
What?
My foot.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I said good pickup, and you said it's long and thin like my wiener.
Bologna.
That's gonna be good.
Caught me off guard a little bit.
And actually, Pheasants Unlimited, it was big in Kansas. We had a chapter there. It was actually found in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So
we
just had a big chapter there. So if anybody wanted to fact check, I just feel like it kind of started there because, dude, we had people from the world come into our small town for pheasant season. It was huge.
Crazy.
But yeah, Minnesota is where that came from.
Crazy. We need a vlog where Dow takes TTF shooting.
We thought about that.
And a chuff. $1.99 in the super chat. Thank you, bro.
We did think about that, remember?
Yes. All right, Anna Choff. I think if you really want to vlog, boy, if the patrons really want to vlog, I will do that work and put it up on Patreon for you guys.
We're just not going to do shoes because the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
Long and thin like his jokes, Uncle Jim. No, that's funny shit.
Or Johnny says, Johnny being in the chat has had its effect. I would agree.
I would agree totally with that. Shoot the shot.
Shoot the shot.
Can we get one down, please? Finally, there we go.
Oh, damn it. We didn't even have it on camera.
You Dallas.
Idiot. I got to shoot it again.
Wow. And you know what's going to happen here. You know when Dallas says, I got to shoot it again, it's not good.
I'm going to miss it.
Wow. Goes in. Doesn't even have the camera on. Go ahead, Dal.
Worst producer of all time.
Go ahead, Dal. Let's see what you got. Oh, I watched it on the screen.
Still in. Still in.
Nice job.
Thank you. Long and thin like his jokes. I'm still there.
That's funny.
I feel like we should donate to Uncle Jim for that.
That was so funny.
Thank you, Uncle Jim.
Oh, damn, I'm dying. Supreme dropped this morning. Trash.
Yeah, let me just highlight real quick. I just wanted to show, dude, it was blank screen chaos. Like you couldn't get through. It was obviously just bots. But dude, look, it was the Vans. The hole punch denim sky, the skate highs were today. So, and they also did the lows, but I went for the high pros. I thought they were super sick. You had a denim on both sides, the blue denim and then the black denim. This type of collab, I love Vans. For the collection aspect, I don't wear them because they're not comfortable. We know that at this day and age. But I thought those were pretty cool. But there was fucking zero chance, dude, manually copping these. It was white screens all morning. I think anybody would agree. They did have the swimwear up today. So if you did want your Speedo Supreme goggles, they had those up, which was...
Stringer got those.
Oh, dude. Yeah! Stringer, Winger, Poker Tournament, they're all in on those. And then, of course, you did have the Michael Phelps swimmer cap.
Looks like a whoopee cushion.
As Johnny says, fart, boom.
In the chat, nice.
Yeah, no doubt. So outside of that, dude, Supreme was trash. Dude, you know what? I haven't bought much from Supreme, and if I have, I've paid Misha resale.
Yeah, except for the Ziplocs.
The Ziploc bags.
That was the first day in a while.
manually cop
Mine
those.
finally got delivered.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they got delivered.
Did you use them yet?
No.
Did you show Mia?
No, she wasn't even home. I just got them yesterday.
Oh yeah, right. She's on her second trip. Gotcha. Yep. Hey, that's all I really got for sneakers, man. I mean, I had a couple more
Smoke
things.
Grays come out on Saturday.
They do. I've entered raffles. We tried Cop Date because that's Soul Street. Dude, that's why I had the alarm that went off. Did you hear that?
Yes.
And they were already sold out when I got on Cop Date. So go figure. Give me a little info on this real quick, please.
Oh yeah, the new Ben Baller Tops Project 2020 Mariano Rivera just went up today.
Did you notice something?
That's a cop. Of course I did. He's got a grill. I put a grill on Mariano, which is super ill to me.
That's sick, huh?
I'm collecting the entire Ben Baller set. That's the artist that I'm going for with the set. I have bought a couple Just Don cards. I bought a Sophia Chang. I bought a couple other artists in there. F. But this Mariano, I really love the grill on it. But go back. This is such a sleeper to me. The Mark McGuire Gregory Sif card that came out with it, I went ahead and copped the bundle this morning because I really liked both. So I copped both. But click on that. Look at the Gregory Sif Mark McGuire joint. He did the Big Mac, and he has McGuire inside the Big Mac on there with all the art around it. I just think that stuff, that is so flames to me.
It is fire.
I really, really like that one.
Dude, and then it has the 70 home runs on the side. Like,
right.
It almost looks like the cost of like a Big Mac ad. Like, it's just so well done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love the kind of the graffiti, the drip. I think this card is absolute premier. It's weird that it cuts it off a little bit, but
yeah, that one's dope. So I went ahead and copped both of those.
Yeah, I think those are sick, man. I feel like eating McDonald's now.
McGuire Super Ill cops 2 bundles. Misha.
Oh wow,
there you go, bro. Misha's in the game.
I think McGuire was one of his favorites. I think when I bought something from him, we were having that conversation. He's a McGuire fanboy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he loves McGuire.
There you go. That's why he copped 2 bundles. Yeah, dude. Both cards were dope. This is one of the rare times that I thought both were dope. There's been normally about 4 cards are on sale at a time, and it'll be one that's been on sale for a day or a day already, right. And then they'll drop another one, and I can't cop the bundle because you can't pick and choose what you want in the bundle. You can only cop these 2 in the bundle or these 2 in the bundle. Well, I've liked one from this and one from this, so I've just either had to buy both bundles. I've had to buy them separately. This is one of the first times that I've been able to just buy a bundle and get both cards that I really liked. So
yeah, that's dope, right?
Yeah, excited for that.
Cool, man. Anything else from you?
Nah, we'll let it go. We already gone too long, man. We got a ton of shit to talk about on the show today. Thank you to everybody that came in, donated in the super chat. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you to everybody that's been using the MUP code on Pure Spectrum CBD to purchase all your CBD on there.
Right.
Appreciate you guys. Been seeing those come through. Really appreciate it. Again, follow us on social media at OMG It's TTF, at Dow Palantonio, at MUPcast on Twitter, at Most Underrated Podcast on Instagram. We're going to watch the fights this weekend. We'll see how everything shakes out. And we'll be back for one more show for sure on Monday. Before Dow leaves for vacation. I don't know what's going to happen next Thursday. Mm-hmm. With Dow producing the show and running all the camera and shit, it'll be hard for me just to come in here and do a show. Maybe I'll just set up a one camera thing. Maybe I'll give you guys a one shot. Maybe we'll skip the show. I'm not exactly sure. We'll only be missing one show though, right? Just Thursday?
Yeah, just Thursday. But then what are we going to do when you leave?
Oh, the following Monday? I think we'll be, let me see. Thursday. No, we got time.
Okay.
Because next Thursday is the 16th. We'll be back Monday, the 20th. I leave the 22nd.
Okay.
Which is Wednesday before the last cast. So
sick.
We'll evaluate that at that time.
Maybe Johnny Chill can come in with you on Thursday's cast.
I can't run. Well, the whole producing aspect. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like it's gonna
I've got the one up. Why? Because I can't get kicked off the cast.
Can you imagine?
That's so good.
I don't
right?
even have that anymore.
Isn't my impression so great?
Yeah, I couldn't do the sounds and produce the show all at once. It'd be too much, guy.
Too much.
That'd be a lot. That'd be a lot of stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maybe you and Johnny Chill can do Zoom.
We'll figure it out.
Go back to the Zoom.
We will figure it out. And on that note, we'll definitely be back. We'll see you guys. Everybody have a good weekend, man. We'll see you guys on Monday.
Yeah.